Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to episode 33 of the A-Listers, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 33 of the A-Listers. We are out here, Habibis. You get me? This is a special stream because I'm about to drop a bombshell, guys. The guys in the background are even unaware of this. People don't even know this yet. By the way, guys, the reason why we're late is Hamza. I can literally add all the guys before even introducing them here. See, Hamza's not here. So let me just give them the proper intro first. Let me give you guys the respect. Don't worry. I just wanted to prove to the chat that because that guy blamed me for falling asleep once. It happens. Mistakes happen. You get me? But what's worse? Making a mistake twice or being consistently late? There you are. Point proven. You get me, guys? All of us are here. We always right. It's always that fraud. You know what? I'm actually going to call him right now. I'm fully going to call him right now. Watch, he'll make an excuse now. I had to pray. I had to, park my car. See? Yalla. There you are. Where is the response? Hussam, you're always late. Oh my God, you're always late. Told you it's not my fault. Anyway, guys, let me drop the bombshell. And I'm going to keep this comment right here because there's a bomb that people are unaware of. There's something that many of you guys are unaware of that I'm about to drop a massive bombshell on everyone in the stream. Guys, you see this guy right here? He's corrupt. The corrupt judge. You get me? I want to drop something right now. Ladies and gentlemen, wait 1 second. Hamza calling. Yes, Hamza. What? Say that again?
Yeah, but arrived home.
Mm-hmm.
The computer on.
You know there's 230 people in the chat that are absolutely hating on you right now?
Huh?
You know there's 230 people in the chat spamming Lamza because of you?
1 second, let me...
Yeah, 1 second. Yalla, habibi, we're all waiting. Yalla. Anyway, guys, I'm about to drop a bombshell. If you're watching this live or on the replay, I'm about to drop a link in the chat right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to be a comment. Myself and Mo have teamed up and we have created a second channel that we are about to soft launch tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. The channel is now officially in the description. MHF officially has been released. Everyone go subscribe to MHF right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 100 subscribers ASAP. Myself and Footy Judge Mo have partnered up on a stream, on a channel, both together. And we're going to give you guys more and more content. This is exactly what we are going to do. 50% partnership. Hussam, Footy Judge Mo, Mo and Hussam Football. You get me? MHF. You get me? Mo and Hussam Football. It's a play on MNF. We are going to drop our first video, inshallah, tomorrow. There will be live streams. Footy Judge Mo is still going to be there. This is Football is still going to be there. You get me? But we have just launched it right here, right now. And no, it's not April Fool's. This is Football. Its birthday is today's birthday. Today is This is Football's birthday. Many people don't know this. And we have decided to launch this channel exactly on today as well. And by the way, guys, respectfully, if you literally hit the link and go subscribe, you will see there's a whole logo and everything. Like, you cannot tell me it ain't no prank. I'm about to post it on my community tab. Mo is about to post it on his community tab. Everyone share and subscribe right now. We are going to be launching the new channel tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to my guy Footy Judge Mo. You get me? He's on the chat. He already knows. We are going to be there together. And if you're watching us on the replay, guys, wallahi al-azim, it's not April Fools. Wallah, I'm saying wallah, and it's in Ramadan. Wallahi, it's not April Fools. It's actually April 2nd over here. Wallah, it's not April Fools. So we have just launched the channel. And we're going to be doing our first launch tomorrow. Go and hit subscribe right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. And big up to all of you in the chat. Oh, you're a disgusting guy. That's why I'm Rushdi. Anyway, let me introduce today's panel. You get me? Hamza's still not here. Can you imagine? I've done all this and I've released everything and stuff. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat, guys. Don't ask me what it's called. None of that stuff. Here, I'm gonna post it one more time. I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen. Here, see, I just posted it, right? This is what you have to do. Just click this link right here. Here, I clicked the link. Subscribed. See, subscribe. Done. Boom. Anyway, let me introduce today's panel. First and foremost, I want to go by like order of like least, embarrassing results and stuff like that. And this guy probably drew at home to Burnley, but the way that they played was not actually that bad compared to the other guys. Like, I've got one guy who couldn't attack all game, one guy who couldn't defend all game. You get me? The other guy's praying. So I'm going to introduce him first because I feel like I'm going to put the fraud who's late, you get me, on the bottom row first. First and foremost, joining me on the channel is my favorite Chelsea fan to work with, the Ethiopian legend, man like Lewis is in the building. How you doing, brother?
Big up, man. I'm actually surprised you tried to find a positive spin on that game. Oh, I respect that. It's good to be back, though. Love to see you got a new channel in the works, already subbed. Hope every single one of you guys have done that as well, or you're a disgrace. And speaking of disgraces, sadly, we're going to have to talk about my club again. But, hey, I actually don't have any words. I still don't have the right words to describe it. Like, yeah, just big up, bro.
Big up to you. I said, look forward to Raw. I feel bad for you guys, man.
Oh, yes, that is my copium. Thank God WWE's in a good state. If they was where it was in 2018, I'd literally be done right now. I'd have nothing.
Hey, if that's a bad example right there.
WrestleMania
This guy didn't have an
weekend, let's
embarrassing
go.
result, in my opinion. Draw away at the Etihad. Not that bad, good result. And he locked up, quote unquote, Ballon d'Or winner Erling Haaland, you get me? So we have to bring up here. Joining us on the channel, the man, the myth, the legend, the biggest troublemaker in the Arsenal YouTube world, man like Egal is in the building. How are you doing, Egal?
I'm doing good. Congratulations on the new channel. I'm going to sub right now myself, and I hope everyone else does. And I'm just going to say, some shameless people in this planet. Since when is going to the Etihad an easy game where you're supposed to guarantee a victory, or else you're a fraud? When did this happen? I'm confused. Hussam, how many times have you won at the Etihad in Klopp's era?
Twice or three times, I think.
Since when is this the normal thing? Like, people are crazy.
Our last win was in 2021, to be fair, but we got 2 in the last 7
You beat them
years.
3 times under Tuchel, no?
Only once at the Etihad.
Oh, yeah.
Champions League final, and Wembley was the other one.
Hamza cried that day.
But yeah, man, hope Ramadan's going well. Hope
cried
it's doing good, man. And hope everyone's doing well in the chat, man.
Yes, guys, big up to you, man. Big up to all of you in
Big
the
up.
chat. You get me? Mr. Beyblade is here, if you know. Hello,
That is
Hamza.
actually
You're
the
only
best
25
video I've
minutes
seen,
late.
though,
That's
mate.
embarrassing.
Can you apologize to the public? Can you apologize right now for being this much late?
Listen, I'd like to apologize for being late, but I'm not a hypocrite. You know why? Came from Manchester. Supposed to be a 3-hour drive. It was a 6-7 hour drive. Oh, when did he take you? When did you start supporting City? Do you go to their games? La. This is what I have to travel. Most games I have to travel 6 hours away. 7 hours sometimes. I just arrived now, man. With the draw.
Guys, it's not an ad.
I'm
If
so
you want
proud
the
of
ad,
you.
guys, everyone please go and get your own bottle right here, right now of Hamza and Shoulders, available in all stores. Make sure you guys go get it. There's 115 active ingredients. Everyone go get your own bottle of Hamza and Shoulders right here, right now.
Can you show me that again?
115 ingredients, you know. You
Go.
spend time with that.
Show that again. Show that again.
Yeah, it actually has 115 on the bottle as well,
Was that Velve too?
Yeah, that was Bell, bro.
Yeah, he's
of
earned his
course.
wages this weekend.
Oh my goodness.
like Hamza and Shoulders, big up, man. And finally, last but not least, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This guy is 100% the biggest loser, like by far, like the absolute biggest loser this week. Drew to Brentford, and Greece lost to Georgia in the Euro qualifiers, which means Greece are not going to be at the Euros. Joining us on the channel is the man that's going to be next to Hamza in the bottom row, man like Grigsy. How you doing, Grigsy, man?
Oh, first of all, you're a fraud because I'm out here supporting your nation to win the Asian Cup. But now, when it comes from my nation to win, you're just going to be against me. It'd be your own.
No,
Be
I
your-
wasn't against you. I wanted Greece to win. Costa Silica.
No. I see right through you, man. I see right through you. You're a fraud. But nah, I'm good to be back. Congratulations on your new channel. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to that channel as well. And yeah, I mean, am I really the biggest loser though? Because there's certain people that were in the title game, in a potential title challenging game, and it didn't get the job done. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all.
One second. Are you comparing a draw away to?
No, not you. I'm not looking at you. I'm not
Yes,
pointing
he
at
means
you.
Hamza Egal.
I'm
Relax,
talking
brother.
to a certain guy next to me. I'm talking to a
No,
guy.
I didn't know because there's certain people today we're talking about it as if we were the embarrassment. Just saying.
No.
Give it Grigs till the end of the season. Big up to you, Captain Sal. Big up to Sam's diehard fan, and then he added and Mo's diehard fan. He says W Hussam W Mo, and then says, "What's this new channel about?" By the way, for the guys who just joined or are unaware, I've posted the link one more time in the chat, and then after that, khalas, we're just gonna move on and start our show, guys. Footy Judge Mo, and this football is gonna continue. MH Football is a new channel. You get me? It's in the it's in the chat. Everyone hit the link and go subscribe. It's myself and Mo partnering up together to give you guys content. We're going to be releasing, inshallah, tomorrow our soft launch where we explain everything to you. Basically, we're going to go live daily, myself and him, maybe alongside someone, alongside a panelist, stuff like that. So we have come together to make this channel. You get me? Tomorrow, inshallah, we'll post on our community tabs our first video. We're going to be talking about the Premier League, but this channel remains as is, and that channel remains as is. So don't worry about it. You're still going to get counter views. You're still going to get the A-listers, ahwa, all of that. So we just soft launched a new channel. Everyone go subscribe. This is the link right here, right now. It's going to be about Premier League football. You get me? New channel, myself and Mo. Anyway, 400 people are in the chat. Everyone hit the like button. Everyone subscribe to This Is Football if you're yet to do so, and subscribe to the new channel. You get me? So, guys, we're here, and we're here to talk first, of course, about Manchester City and Arsenal. Egal, do you still want to speak last on this game?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll actually let Lewis speak on this game first, and then we'll go to Grigsy. Go on, Lewis. Talk to me about the City Arsenal game, just in general.
So as a neutral, bored out of my head, but it weren't for the neutrals, so I completely understand that from a Man City and Arsenal perspective, especially Arsenal, to be fair. You guys got battered there last season, so you're going to go there and be pragmatic and protect yourself defensively because that is your best asset. And you use that to perfection. Fair enough. Like, this wasn't a game for the forwards. The forwards were all meaty to crap on both sides, but defensively, everybody was excellent. All I can really say for Arsenal fans, this isn't direct at Egal, this is direct at Arsenal fans in general. I remember when we were top of the league and we were playing the negative defensive brand of football and we were called boring Chelsea back in the day. I hope now you guys understand, because games like this is what it takes to win a title. I have seen the mentality in some of the Arsenal players change, which I actually have to respect to a certain point. But yeah, I mean, it was a boring game of football, good defensive play off both sides. I would have preferred to see a winner, but again, it's not really for the neutrals. Just, yeah, City don't turn up in another big game. Disappointing. But after losing to Burnley, drawing to Burnley, it feels like a loss. I don't have the energy to cook anyone. I really don't. We are 11th. We couldn't beat a 10-man Burnley. I'm going to save the rest of it for later. But yeah, fair enough. Like, Arsenal defended well. City to a bit. That's about it. But yeah, also Haaland is literally Broya with finishing. Hold that.
Whoa, that's mad. Man said, bro, you're finishing.
Had to have that at least.
Lewis, just for the record, Arsenal under George
That's
Graham.
such a curveball out of nowhere. Man just said Broya was finishing. I did not expect that. That was such a curveball.
One second,
Man just
Lewis,
threw that, just threw it out there, just got it out there.
bro, he's not the only person. Roy Keane called him a League Two player. But
He said a League Two player. He did.
Yeah.
That is true. He said he's a League Two player.
so how far is Broha from that? What do you call it? Lewis, I was gonna say, Arsenal under George Graham were a boring Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. So I think some people just forgot about that under Arsene Wenger.
It's more a generational thing, I think, because like the older Arsenal fans would have got it. Oh, I hope so. Otherwise, they're very hypocritical. But Yeah, I knew that as well because the boring Chelsea chant was originally boring Arsenal.
Hey, aren't you worried that this? And I'm gonna say
Ain't that the whole 1-0 to the Arsenal chant? Is that where that came from?
yeah.
Yeah,
On
I
the
thought so.
Instagram. But yeah,
Big up to Vin who says Lewis so apathetic about football. Poor guy.
I'm just trying to get through to the FA Cup semi-final. Probably get knocked out of that so I can wrap the season up.
are we gonna talk about Chelsea today?
Yeah, we will. Don't worry. I
Well,
hope
we
Hamza
have time for
doesn't have
that. Fine.
5-hour monologue about City. Griggsy, talk to me about the City Arsenal game, brother.
Well, you know what? I figured that the 1-0 game at the Emirates would be the most boring game I ever watched the football. They managed to outdo it. So congratulations to both teams. That was the worst. That was one of the worst games of football. I didn't manage to fall asleep, so that's a good thing for me. So in terms of the Premier League, I always say styles make fights, as they say in boxing, and it's clear that every time City Arsenal are going to play, it's going to be the worst game of football. We just have to accept it. Meanwhile, like City Pool, for example, two different styles. They both go for it. It's more open and it's an entertaining match. But I expect that when you look at the gaffers, right? Arteta. But to be fair to Arteta, I respect him. I'm a guy that always respects opposing, like sometimes changing your style when you need to win a game or get a result in this case. And I respect that he parked the bus in a case. He trusted in his defense, which has been arguably his biggest strength anyway this season, to be fair. But he had them do a little bit of a different job, and they delivered the task. I have no problem with that. This is not towards a god, but kind of similar to Lewis. Your fans, a lot of them over the past, obviously, because most for the like your age group and all like that, you guys grew up on Arsene Wenger football, right? Arsenal were known as the first club to really play this pretty style of football, the free-flowing football under Arsene Wenger with the wingfielders and all that kind of stuff. So that's always been your culture. You guys never have been the type to do what Lewis did, what Luis Jose did, even when Sir Alex certain games had to do it. You never had to do that. So your fans, every single time, for example, the Newcastle games, Newcastle would park the bus and your fans got mad at them. Now, like Lewis said, now you know what it takes to really be in that kind of situation. And for you, when you look at the Champions League now, right? You guys can now play a style that can win you a Champions League, because that style of football will win you a Champions League. You're just gonna have more clinical forwards. And Arteta, I understood what his game plan was. He just didn't have the players to execute it. I think if Martinelli started yesterday, that game could have actually gone to Arsenal. He just didn't have the wingers. Obviously, Bukayo Saka for me is injured. You could tell. We've been saying this for a past couple of years. The guy is injured. I know people say he only hobbles when the game isn't going to Arsenal. We could tell he has an ankle injury. This guy's played about like 200 games in a row. There's no way you're not injured after playing 200 games in a row. That's physically impossible. So congrats. And also Gabriel and Saliba, that was a monster class. It was an impeccable performance. I think Gabriel, Van Dijk's been the best center back this season, right? But Gabriel has been giving him the greatest, the biggest run that he could. You could say it's 1A, 1B. I think Gabriel for me is the better center back than Saliba this year. And I think Gabriel deserved man of the match yesterday, not William Saliba, but obviously Saliba is the more hyped name, the younger guy, the French international, all that kind of stuff. As for Manchester City, what Pep Guardiola has done to my sport is a crime against humanity. We need to take him to a court of arbitration, because yesterday I saw 8 defenders on the pitch. I saw 4 center backs from one team, and then the team that was meant to have the attacking onus to the game at home played 4 center backs. The highest threat when it comes to expected threat yesterday was Guardiola and Akanji. I was seeing that was who I was seeing on the wing get the ball. And poor Guardiola. I'm not going to blame Guardiola, by the way. This is not his fault. This is Pep Guardiola's fault. Guardiola had to be getting the ball on the wing, and he had to be doing what a fullback should be technically doing, what a Reece James does, what a Trent Alexander-Arnold does, what all previous fullbacks in previous eras have done. Pep wants Guardiola to be Cancelo, but he also wants him to defend like Ake. He's a center back. You paid 80 mil for a center back. You didn't pay 80 mil for him to be a flying fullback. Yeah, that's credit to Arteta yesterday. He allowed the wings to be open to make sure that City attacked that way, because you flooded the central zones. Foden couldn't get the ball. De Bruyne couldn't get the ball. And they got locked up, and they couldn't do anything. And you let Akanji and Guardiola have the ball all day. It doesn't matter what. They weren't going to do anything. Erling Haaland, I said this before. This is not a disrespect to him, but there was an argument on Twitter that said, would Haaland be top 10 in the previous era? And I went by the 2000s. There is no way that Erling Haaland would have been a top 10 footballer in the 2000s when you look at the strikers and the way he gets manhandled by every single top center back that he comes up against. He goes to Anfield, Van Dijk bullies him, Konate bullies him. Even Joel Matip will probably bully him. We've seen him against Arsenal twice this year. Saliba and Gabriel have absolutely dominated him both times. They treated him like he's their little son. That's what it feels like when you watch Haaland play against them. Every single time
Grigs going in. Man said they sunned him. That's
they
mad.
did. Every single time I see him, he's on the floor. And this is down to Pep Guardiola. You have the best transitional striker in world football. He is a menace in behind. And you're making him play against a mid-block and a low block, and he's ineffective against them. If Haaland doesn't have space in front of him, he's not an effective striker. He's a great goal scorer. He's one of the best finishers in the league. But when it's time to be in these type of big games, in the past year or so, what really big game has Haaland really risen in? In the Champions League semifinals against Madrid, it wasn't Haaland that rose to the occasion. In the Champions League final, it wasn't Haaland that rose to the occasion. In every Big Six game this year, except against Manchester United, which is Manchester United, we're a joke anyway. Against every other Big Six club, which game has Haaland really risen in? Please tell me. Because against Chelsea, he scored that nice little scruffy tap in. Congratulations. But other than that, what did he do? Against Liverpool, what did he do? Against Spurs, what did he do? All I remember is him complaining to the referee after the game because they didn't call that advantage foul for Jack Grealish. So every time I see him in the big games, he doesn't show up. And it's not his fault. It's Pep Guardiola because of the system that he's making him play in. And Kevin De Bruyne, no disrespect. Bro, father time is starting to catch up to you. You're 32. Bro, you had your last good run last year. Maybe you thought the slick back tear would give you a little bit more of a chance. It would give a little bit extra energy into the legs, but it did not. The little slick back here didn't do that. He's still a good player, but it's gonna come to the time, Hamza, where if you don't win the league this year, right, you're gonna have to start rebuilding a little bit. A lot of your key players are starting to get on that older side. You got to start really making the tough decisions. Is it time to put Foden central permanently? Is it time to actually go get a winger so I don't have to see all these horrible wide players out there every single time? Because even when Grealish and Doku came on and you looked a little bit better, I'll give you that. But still, that's not wingers that get you out of your seat. When I watched peak Man City, I saw Leroy Sané strike fear into every one of our hearts. When we used to play against City and Leroy Sané, we're like, yo, this guy's scary. Raheem Sterling, he would pop up with the goal then and there. Not against me, but against everyone else.
You can have him back.
They could take him back. But yeah, I know what you're trying to do. You had wide threats that were dangerous. Now I look at City. Right now, when I look at City, I see City. Pep has become his own worst enemy. This is the guy that started off as the Cruyff disciple, the entertaining football at Barcelona, the tiki-taka, the system that changed all of football. And now all I see Pep is, bro, this guy's low-key turning to like the Spanish Sam Allardyce soon. Soon we're going to have 10 defenders on the pitch. That's what we're going to have soon. He wants to micromanage the game so bad that he takes off every single little opportunity to have any entertainment. Bro, you are in a potential title decider. You have 4 defenders on the pitch. You're not ever going to put out a natural fullback to attack the width. You're at home. You're the treble winner. You told me, Hamza, that you're the big dog. I sit at the big table with Real Madrid. And Arsenal, one of your biggest title rivals, are coming to your ground. You're not going to their ground. They're coming to your ground. The Etihad, the stadium that's supposed to strike the most fear in world football now, because one Madrid fan said that I was scared when I went to the Etihad. Maybe you paid him or something. Maybe this is just the false guy. But you're meant to dominate them. And Arteta showed you his respect. But he showed you the respect and you didn't capitalize on it. Arteta said, come beat us. Come beat my mid block. Come beat my low block. And what did Pep have? He had no answers yesterday. He was clueless. The greatest manager of all time, the greatest coach of all time. All of a sudden, this year, when I see you up against a top mid block and a top low block, Chelsea have done it. Arsenal have done it now. You can't solve it because you've only beaten one. You haven't beaten, first of all, a top 5 club this season. And if the top 6 team that you've beaten is the biggest fraudulent top 6 team we've seen in a minute, because the table lies when it comes to me. We're not good. So congratulations, you beat us. That's not worth anything these days. It's not really an accomplishment. Against everyone else, if you don't win the title this year, you're gonna look at games against Hassam, against Egal, and you're gonna be like, we didn't beat any of the top sides again. So for me, it was more of a bad result for City than it was for Arsenal, because Arsenal now, 100%. I know Liverpool is top of the league, but you have that momentum going in now. And then when it comes to Champions League, because you guys might match up in the semifinals. I mean, yeah, heritage might play a part. Not that City still have insane heritage in Champions League. Let's not act like it's some crazy heritage. It's still small heritage. Arteta now looks at City for over 2 legs. He's like, I can follow my game plan. Can Pep really break it? Because so far this year, your big striker has 0 shots on target against Arsenal. 0. Big old donut. And you scored 0 goals against them. And even in the Community Shield, they still shut you down. You had a Cole Palmer winner, a Cole Palmer goal, and he's not at your club anymore. So who's gonna rise to the occasion against Arsenal this year if you have to play them 2 more times? Because Chelsea did the same thing to you 3 years ago. You played them 3 times and they beat you every single time. Then it might come a case where that might happen to you again. So you might be crying at Emirates instead of Porto this time, but it might happen again. So don't let that happen. Don't let Arsenal go to the UCL final over you. because then you're gonna be looking like embarrassing.
Not.
And you know what it is? Egal has requested he speaks last on this section, so I'm gonna go next. By the way, warning everyone for the Hamza monologue. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. There's 600 people here. Let's get to 300 likes ASAP. I hope Hamza remembers we still have United and Chelsea to address. Now, when it comes to this game, you know, I've been getting DMs weirdly, which I find a bit strange, to be honest with you, because me, I will never change my energy. People asking me to cook Arsenal. I'm like, why am I cooking Arsenal for them getting a draw at the Etihad? I told Lewis that was a good result. I thought my draw was a good result. Bro, a draw at the Etihad is a result everyone is taking. Let's just cut the BS. Everyone just trying to act like we go to the Etihad expecting to win. Bro, no one going to the Etihad expecting to win. You go to the Etihad, the draw is a good result. Just like you go to Anfield and a draw is a good result. Just like you go to Emirates and a draw is a good result. This is a fact. You know, when we got to draw the Etihad, it was a good result. And I feel like people are just doing too much when it comes to this Arsenal stuff. It's just how it goes, bro. It has nothing to do with, you know, Hussam is twerking for Arsenal, blah, blah, blah. Because Lewis hates Arsenal. Even Lewis has said this is obviously a better result for Arsenal than it is for Man City. Even he hates that. Arsenal, it's the reality. It's a draw at the Etihad. Overall, across the season, if I told Egal at the start of the season, Egal, you're going to take 4 points from City. You're going to beat them. You're going to beat them at the Emirates and you're going to draw with them at the Etihad. They would have been like, okay, yeah, that's a good result. That's yeah, everyone would have taken that, bro. That's the reality. I was mad when we drew with them at Anfield. At Anfield, yes, I expect to beat them. 100% that's a bad result. But a draw away at the Etihad, no, that's a good result. And I'll be honest with you, I think Arsenal locked up defensively. I think Gabriel Jesus is a double agent because he's the reason why Arsenal didn't win this game. Guy couldn't even shoot on target. Had that guy had a better shot on him, I think Arsenal actually had even better chances in the game, dare I say, even though they parked the bus the whole game.
Trossard.
I think with City going forward, it was pathetic. Let's just say it as it is. You know, shout out to Flawless. He asks always a question. Name the clear-cut chances. That's what he always says. You get me? There was no clear-cut chances. I don't remember a City clear-cut chance. What clear-cut chance, Habibi? There is no clear-cut chance, bro. I don't even remember. Like, did David Raya make an unbelievable save to deny Man City? Did the Arsenal defense do some madness? No, bro. They just had no cutting edge. And I'm looking at, you know, some of these City players. Erling Haaland. Nunes is a better footballer. I'm going to say it. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. As a footballer, technical ability, as my brothers in London say, based on technical ability, Nunes ain't got no technique, and his technique is still better than Erling Haaland, because I know maybe he could be able to dribble past one guy or two guy or do something. Haaland just can't do anything. He would have been the worst Ballon d'Or winner in football history. I've never seen a worse Ballon d'Or ceremony compilation than the Haaland compilation. It was tap-ins, penalties, and headers. Jorginho had a better comp at the ceremony. Jorginho is a DM who's known for his passing ability. Even his comp was better. Bro, when it comes to Manchester City, bro, this game was embarrassing for Man City, and it's because of what they said. Everyone always says, I want to cook Arsenal because of what Arsenal fans say. Okay, let's cook City based on what the City fans say. Going to the Etihad is like going to the Bernabeu. We are going to slap Arsenal this weekend. I had a guy predict 3-1 to Arsenal. You know, just a quick clue, bottom right. He's on the panel right now. He said 3-1 to Manchester City. He said his club is going to slap Arsenal. He said he's not worried about Arsenal and all this stuff. And why am I supposed to sit up here and act like this is a bad result for Arsenal? It's not. It's a good result for Arsenal. It's a disgusting result for Man City. And City have applied pressure on themselves now because they have to win every single game from now to the end of the season. They have Real Madrid in the Champions League sandwiched in between. I still think they're favorites for the league because their run-in is pathetic. Their run-in to the Premier League is pathetic. They have the easiest run-in by far. Yesterday, I broke it down. Lewis and Flawless agreed with me despite Troops trying to pressure me. He can hold that, the fraud. They both agreed with me because I'm just being logical with it. There's literally, other than Spurs away, there's just no tough fixture. So yeah, that's what I say. I think this result is definitely embarrassing for City. In terms of as a football game, as a spectacle, this was always expected. I just want to say to everyone in the chat, you guys are welcome. If you're a neutral watching Liverpool versus City across the last 5-6 years, you were entertained. This goes back to my own football club. That's why I don't want a manager who wants to pass left, pass right 500 times. Fuck all that possession, pass left, pass right, all that shit. I need a manager who does his own stuff. That's what I want. I don't want a manager who's trying to be Pep light. That's why the game was boring, because they both do the same stuff. They both pass left, pass right 100 times. The one thing I'll say about Arteta is he's developed a gene, and that's why they're scary. I think they're actually scarier for the UCL even now than they are for the Prem. They have developed the Simeone gene, because out of possession, these guys have the Simeone lockdown defense type shit, which is very good for them going forward. But yeah, that's what I'll say on the game. I think this result is way worse for City than it is for Arsenal. Guys, before Hamza's monologue starts, 650 people in here. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button and subscribing now. I'm going to get to the super chats in a second. Hamza, Egal said he wants to speak after you. So the floor is yours, brother. Talk to me.
Yeah, thank you. Listen, no doubt about it. Listen, I went to the game. I said it before. I do like exactly what, I don't know, many of you guys have done a thesis and you have to do an introduction. Yeah, the introduction is, I'll give you, I said it before, this is a weaker squad since beginning when Pep took over. I think it's weaker than even when Pep took over, no doubt. And I told everyone about the squad, so you can't tell me about that squad. This squad is weaker than that squad. Weaker. The weakest Pep squad ever. Yeah. In terms of the recruitment's been bad. I've been complaining about it. I've been telling people about it here. And people said, oh, you're making excuses. Yeah. And I don't think City will be this weak next season. But they're weak this season. And people have to capitalize. And if you can't capitalize, then you're a fool. You're a fool. And the football clubs that have to capitalize, Liverpool and Arsenal. But the problem is you have fear. Fear from Liverpool fans and fear from Arsenal fans. Fear from Liverpool fans is Sam sees himself top and he still doesn't believe in his players and he doesn't believe in his manager. He just needs to win all the games and he's given the trophy. He'll be given his trophy. But he doesn't trust that. He doesn't trust it. He has seen Klopp bottle in league title, just like this. This bottle, he's seen it. He's seen his manager bottle the league title so many times. So he doesn't trust his manager. This is why our Liverpool fans are coming out saying City are favourites. They don't trust Klopp. The ones who don't trust Klopp would say that. Anyone who trusts Klopp will say 100%, we're league champions. We just need to win all our games. We're champions. How are we going to not deliver that league title? It's impossible. And if Liverpool don't win the league title from here, it's again another bottle job from Liverpool. Yeah, it will be one of the biggest bottle job in football history.
Brother, this is not the Liverpool section. Talk about the game.
Introduction. So
talk about the City Arsenal game.
I'm weak. Yeah, I've not been my players have not been included in the team of the season. A lot of my players don't get respected. Haaland's been called Division 2 player by Roy Keane. Yeah, League 2 players.
He said it. Roy Keane said it.
No, he said it. Yeah, exactly. But he doesn't remember. He didn't play the Champions League final like a fool. Roy Keane never played the Champions League final like a fool in '99. He was sitting there with suits.
He also carried us to the Champions League final, by the way.
He was sitting in the new camp. Him and Scholesy are sitting when Bayern were peppering them. Yeah, he did not take part in the final, even an inch. He took part in the semi-final. How dare he? Haaland won a treble. He participated every game. And he won more trophies in a single season than you, than your manager. Yeah, you bottled World Club Cup. You ran away not to wanting to play for your country. You ran away from Ireland 2002 World Cup. We'll never forget it. You bottled it. You left Ireland by yourselves in South Korea. And Ireland went to do well because Robbie Keane, the other Keane, the real Keane, took Ireland on his badge and took Ireland nearly far. And Ireland did us proud with Kinsella. Mark Kinsella.
Now you're Irish. Now you're Irish.
That's did us proud.
Yeah, we moved on, bro. We moved on from Brazil. You finally realized they kicked you out of Brazil permanently. That's good for you, man.
Roy Keane is the same guy who backstabbed his teammates against Middlesbrough because you, Justin Timberlake, will not know that, would you? Grigsy, sorry. Yeah?
Wow. Justin Timberlake?
Yeah,
What the hell?
you're giving us lyrics today
He's
like
called
Justin
Grigs
Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake.
One second.
What the fuck?
You've been giving us a model like that, Justin Timberlake. What goes around comes around. I thought you're running that lyric, bro. I googled it. I thought, yo, this guy is talking like a lyric I've heard from Justin Timberlake. Listen, you're giving us the monologue from a lyric. Yeah, Roy Keane. Yeah, Roy Keane stabbed his own players at the back. So him stabbing my player and calling my player League Two, that I don't mind that. That's his attitude. That's what he is as an ex-player. We used to know him that. Ferguson kicked him out because he said you can't do that. So tell Roy Keane.
You're rattled, bro.
Yeah,
You're
no,
rattled.
Tell Roy Keane.
It works.
Yeah, if you're a good manager, if you're able to recognize a League Two, yeah, why did you fail as a manager? Sunderland and all the he couldn't get the only job they could get after is a pundit. Because he can't manage. He can't tell me how to manage. He can't tell Pep Guardiola how to manage. Because you failed with David Bellion in Sunderland. Are you joking? Come on, let's now move on. This game today, Man City, yeah, 0-0 is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Yeah, disgrace completely for us. Why? Because I tell you why. Because I'm used to winning at home. I'll not come here and make excuses. I'm not going to make excuses. It's a failure. Why? I'll call out the players. I think there was one team that wanted to play football, and one team there were just dirty-minded. Yeah, didn't want to play football. They had PTSD from before. They thought, yo, if I just get a draw in 90 minutes, this will be one of my happiest days of my life. Because they knew. Bro, it's a fortress. When I told you, Man City, Etihad like a fortress. You walk out there, you have to celebrate draws. You have to celebrate draws. What do you think Arsenal fans are saying? Oh my God, I can't believe we shot short. It's so unbelievable. Oh my God. They don't see, oh my God, you haven't won a league title in 22 years, you fool. How shameful are you as a fan base? You've grown up as a little kid, a girl like yourself. Used to be given bottle milk, drinking like a little bottle milk, after milk. Yeah, till now. You haven't seen your team lift a league title. But the best thing you've seen is to draw a game against City in the Etihad. So you are amazed. Oh my God. I used to get thumped 5 because your manager, what did he do? Came there and said, yo, guys, let's make a prayer. You know when you hold each other before the game, say, yo, pray. Let's pray, guys. Let's just go to Etihad and hope no goes there. Guys, let's pray hard. And you know what? Your prayer goes answered. Yeah? Because that's how you came. You came with the attitude of not wanting to play football. Congratulations. But you got a 0-0 draw. I'm disappointed. Because we should have won that game. We're not used to draws at Etihad. Yeah? But my players could... Okay, there are chances we should have created. We should have scored with Ake. We should have scored with Haaland. We should have scored another chance that we had. Fair enough. But those opportunities were not clear cut. But it could have been... Haaland should have scored that one, I believe. Haaland's form has gone a little bit downhill. But does that mean he's not a top player? Yeah? He's a top player. I'll give you an example. Write it down. R9 got locked up with Junior Baiano and Aldair in the 99. Yeah, listen, I'm telling you now. Yeah, no, sorry. R9 got locked up with Frank Leboeuf. Frank Leboeuf at Chelsea. Yeah. In the World Cup final that we wait to see. Does that mean R9? No? Are you joking? One guy not performing 2 or 3 games. He's just going through a patch. Haaland's an elite striker. He's done it before. He's going to score again. Did he have a poor game? Yes. Who else had a poor game? Foden. Foden had a poor game. Yeah, had a poor game. It doesn't mean that he's crap, but he had a poor game. Unlike Foden, kept misplacing the passes. I don't know whether he was tired, fatigued, because he had played 180 minutes, 90 minutes, 2 games, and he's been playing consistently every single game for us. And he's such a young kid, yeah, 23. But you know what? I'm not going to give you an excuse. He was poor. He had to be hooked off. Grealish came on. I thought Grealish did a bit better, but he didn't have the luck. I think he had 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Doku came there. He did a bit okay. But I think City, we lacked, like, when a team packs the bus and it shooters, we don't take those opportunities like shooting from far. Kevin De Bruyne is a shooter. Foden is a shooter. As soon as Foden came off, there were no shooters. Sam, I've seen when Real Madrid you pack the bus.
Oh, you said
Toni
Doku
Kroos
is
start
baby
taking shots.
Ronaldinho, though.
Yeah, Toni Kroos will start taking shots. They'll start taking shots from 20, 30 minutes.
Where was Baby Batistuta?
And they can go, but City don't take chances.
But Batistuta came on.
for no reason.
He actually, he actually played. I didn't even notice.
Bruno will do this. Bruno will do that, which I like sometimes. Bruno will shoot, yeah, but we don't take shots. Only KDB and Foden will take shots. We kept passing the ball around, but sometimes you might need to bring it around. Bang! Lampard. Do you remember Chelsea? Lampard. Bang! Pack the bus. And he'll go there, bro. He'll either hit the post or Gerrard. They'll hit that ball. Yeah, they're great shooters. Yeah, you don't give them time. 1 second, we need to take shots. We need players who can take shots. Yeah, if someone tries to, and we have to come up with the plan B. Haaland, we were not looking for him at times. We were not looking for him. He was making the right runs, but he was getting 2 players on him. Saliba. But does that mean Saliba's a bad player? I don't think Saliba had a special game. Gabriel Magalhaes was a better player than him. Saliba misplaced in the passes several times. Magalhaes, who I've criticized, I put my hand up, had an excellent game. Excellent game, I think, yeah? But I think, Sam, I tell you one thing, referee was a disgrace. If they try to play that in the Champions League, you're holding and pulling people, you're giving yellow cards. You're giving yellows, Sam. Wallahi, Sam, they don't joke. Sam, when they see that kind of, they were doing unnecessary foul. Jorginho took our player twice. Slide tackles. The referee was told, Levy, if the Arsenal fans complain, they will play victim mentality. Wallahi, I was shocked.
Do you want me to play the clip, Hamza?
No. Okay, no. But I'm saying, Sam, do you agree? Yeah, there should have been more yellow card for Arsenal. Yes or no? Do you agree?
No.
Yes or no? Huh?
No.
Jorginho,
No.
you don't believe Jorginho?
You know why I
should
know?
have played?
Because I actually like referees who let the players play.
Hold
I
on.
don't like
So
referees
you don't
who keep getting
believe?
involved.
Hold on. You don't believe Jorginho should have got a yellow when he slide tackle once? That's allowed. And then 5 seconds later, he slid again, missed the ball. You don't believe that's a yellow?
Yeah, but I don't think a Jorginho yellow would have
You missed the
affected
ball
game
twice.
anyway.
Sam, they were stopping the play. They were wasting times. They were just doing that. But you know what? They wanted a point. It proved you. Let me give you an example how shameful they are. Teams they didn't play like champions. Yeah. Leicester City came to our ground, yeah, when they won the league. And what was the score with Leicester City and Man City? Leicester beat us 3-1. They won the league title. They showed us. Chelsea with Antonio Conte. Ask Lewis, when you came to my ground and you won the league, did you pack the bus or did you hit? Were you not brave and you took the opportunity and beat us? Did you not beat us?
I mean, we did play counter-attacking football.
How did you beat us? What was the score?
3-1. Each goal was on the counter. Well, the first one was a long ball from Fabregas. The second and third were counters.
That tells you Arsenal did not play
we
like
defended and we countered.
Yeah. Arsenal do not care about the trophy. This is why they come to these channels. Yeah, play victim mentality. And you guys, the problem is you feed on them. I don't play around with that shit, man. I'm a champion. And you think you can praise over certificate of participation coming second. You think you can win. Oh, Hamza is our project. Look how far we've come. Bayer Leverkusen are winning the league on the first season. Shameless you are. You're so shameless. Bayer Leverkusen are going to win the biggest bottle job in German league. Are going to win the league title. Like that. They didn't say, we don't need a project, Hamza. Alonso didn't need a project, did he? Alonso didn't need 700 million to take over the mighty Bayern, did he? How come he needs you 700 million? I'm making excuses, getting referees sacked, making excuses about, look what he's done, look at the project, look, it's a project of the long term. Second issue, why do your players pull sicky when going gets tough? Bukayo Saka. Let's come up with that fraud. Bukayo Saka is a good player. I'm not saying he's a bad player. Yeah. Listen, I I don't say he's a bad player. Bukayo Saka is a good player. I like the boy, but there's something about the boy. He doesn't have the courage. And certain players are born with this. You can't teach Mbappe. You can't teach De Bruyne about moments and love about football to deliver on big games. You cannot teach that. Wallahi, you couldn't teach that. Wallahi, you could not teach that. Let me tell you, you can't teach that. You cannot teach that. You cannot teach that level of players. Frank Lampard, big game. Steven Gerrard, do it. Try it. Big game, they'll deliver. They'll deliver. They're big game players. They're moments players. They come and they love, they cherish those moments. This Bukayo Saka, this player, the Arsenal, some of even the Arsenal fans said in a video, embarrassing there. How embarrassing there. They suggested that they would not even exchange Bukayo Saka for a Champions League trophy. That's how the club is so elite. The mentality. They will not even exchange a guy who does not deliver in big games for a Champions League trophy. If I told any fan that, they say, yo, I'm going mad. They said, there's a video circulated. Arsenal fans, Bukayo Saka of the Champions League, Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka of the Champions League, Bukayo Saka. I'm thinking, you're embarrassing. How embarrassing are these guys? Why did he every single time when going gets tough? Siki, he's pretending, huh? He's walking, huh? I said, yo, I seen the same limp, you fraud. That same walk I see when going gets tough. And then they started saying he was not fit. Hey, you see him? You know Vardio? Baby, he took, you know, Bukayo Saka's not a bottle. He's the lid of a bottle. Got taken, here in the pocket, pocketed. That lid of a bottle is small. That nothing. Vardio showed him levels. You always say, Vardio, what a waste of money. He showed you why he's Croatian Maldini. Wallahi, he just controlled the balls like, wallahi, I loved it. Chested like that. Hey, I was like, wow. Hey. Wallahi, controlled balls. Wow. Wallahi, he made Bukayo Saka do a split. I thought, yo, this boy does ballet these days. Hey. He made Bukayo Saka do a split twice. No, the other Croatian did it, Kovacic. Ateta said, yo, you're coming off, man. You can't be doing ballet in Etihad. This is too much. You cannot be doing ballet in Etihad. Ateta said, nah, I'm tired. Come off, boy. And then he said, he was not fit. Bukayo is not fit. How many times is he going to be pocketed before we talk about him? Wendell pocketed him. He pulled a sick against Brazil because Wendell was the left back again. And he
could say the same thing for Haaland.
Vardio pocketed him.
Damn.
When going gets tough, he goes missing. Again, Captain Odegaard. Yeah, Backstreet Boy. Yeah, Backstreet Boy. Yeah, what happened to the Backstreet Boy called Nick? Yeah. Stop playing games with my heart, with my heart, with my heart. Hey, that guy, stop playing games with my heart. That Odegaard, he's a bottle job. Bro, this guy's a bottle job. What are we doing here? My guy cannot, bro, he doesn't go on challenges. He disappeared. Where was Captain Odegaard? I'm looking for him, Sam. I am looking for Captain Odegaard. Huh? Look.
What do you want me to show?
Have anyone found Captain Martin Odegaard?
Nope,
Huh?
he's still missing. Yeah.
Have you not found him? Have you not found him? Huh? Is he there? I'm looking for him. The light. Yeah? Listen, I need to find Odegaard. Find Odegaard for me. Where was in the game? He's my captain. He's my captain. He doesn't lead by example. Big game disappears. Another option. Let's talk about the other player. Yeah. Gabriel Jesus. There's a reason why we sold that guy. What did he do? Dived, walking around, missed open chances with some. Open chances with some. Open chances. Clear open chances in the game. Yeah, some. There's a reason why he got rid
I'm
of him.
just to remember we have United and Chelsea to cook as well.
Okay, listen, the last thing I'm going to talk about, I'm at the race. I'm at the race. I'm watching from third place. Yeah?
Oh my
I'm Baby Simba.
gosh.
I'm
Big
waiting.
dog Man City, by the way. Big dog
don't
Man
want
City.
Oh,
Top tier
get
one club
in the
apparently.
bin.
I'm waiting. Do not both of
You know what? You know when he says I'm watching from third place. If they beat Villa this Wednesday, literally they go top. Are you aware
Yeah.
of this?
This
Well,
guy,
who-
Dude,
No,
tier
if
one
I lose
club,
to
by
Villa,
the
go
way.
fourth.
I'm
Then-
out of the race with a straight face. You are a criminal, man.
He is the underdog best club in the world. Like it genuinely makes no sense at this point. Okay, Hamza.
not.
Okay,
You say 3-1 City before all this.
Sam,
he did.
play
he said
the last
3-1
one I
City.
sent you on A-lister. What's up, please?
You want me to
Oh,
play the
my
fans?
goodness.
You want me to play the fans?
Yeah, no, 1 second. The last video I just sent now.
Okay, I'll try find it. This
Just-
this is the one
just
that
check.
Hamza wants to play first.
This is why.
Guys are shameful. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Shameful, man. As if they won the league. And Liverpool are the ones who are top of the league. Liverpool fans will never do this, man. Liverpool fans will.
There you are. I didn't see Liverpool fans doing that. Tottenham gave us a better game, never did that. Chelsea fans, I can't. I remember Lewis came out here and said, sack Poch. Get rid of Poch. I'm disappointed. I remember when you drew against me, you came out on Poch.
Oh.
Say disgraceful.
Which
Egal,
one? The away
give us a
game?
monologue. Give us how good you are, how brilliant you are defensively and celebrating your draw. Go on. Tell everyone. I want to hear this.
Hamza, you want me to play the Rice video?
Yeah, play that Rice. Check how their finishing is. Check these guys' bottle job.
Okay,
Just
I'm
check.
about to upload
Guys,
it now.
just check. I watch
Hamza, I'll ask you one last question before I let Egal talk because I will play the clip now. But why are you mad at Arsenal fans being happy? Can I understand? Honestly, why? Why are you angry?
because they're saying, bro, I'm saying I'm angry and we should be angry together. Me and Arsenal fans should hug together and cry and say, yo, we let Liverpool at the top, bro. Why did we do? But now I got a guy not hugging me and he's pushing me away and laughing at me. And I'm thinking, yo, you're second, I'm third. Husam's there. Husam's left us. And if Husam wins everything, he's won the league. We're both losers. But they don't want to be called that.
But you don't think a draw at the... You say going to the Etihad is like going to the Bernabeu. Shouldn't be a good result at the Etihad then?
I think when the context of Liverpool are dangerous, and I want everyone, don't let Klopp be ahead. He's a dangerous man. Because
That wasn't that's not the question.
Yeah, that's not the question.
The question is, do not
The
let...
question is, you said going away to the Etihad is like going to the Bernabeu. So isn't
Yeah.
a draw by definition a good result?
It's about... No. Because on the context is Liverpool still top of the league. It doesn't mean anything.
This is the video that Hamza wants to play before we let it go.
Check it.
Oh my days. Jorginho, look at that fraud. Okay, Jesus. There's Jesus. Oh my God.
This is the video that he wants.
Hey,
to
sign me
how-
up, man.
That's
Sign
how
me
I'm
up,
finishing
man.
in every
No,
Big 6 game this year.
this
That just looks like Chelsea's
I got
finishing.
8
I'll be
million for
honest
that
with you.
shit. Nah, get out
Do you
here.
see the Haaland one? Do you see the Haaland one?
Okay, before Egal goes, guys, there's still 820 people of you in here. Big up to you guys. I just want to say we are literally 2 subscribers away from 28k. 2 subscribers off of 28k. Let's get to 28k before the end of the video. Everyone hit the subscribe button on This Is Football right here, right now. Please hit the subscribe button and like the video right here, right now. So everyone, please hit the like button, subscribe. I'm also dropping mine and Mo's channel in the description as alongside Egal Talks Ball, alongside Carefree Lewis G, Grigs Talks, and Of course, Hamza Talks Ball. All of these guys are on the channel. This is the new channel with me and Mo. Go subscribe and subscribe to this channel as well. Oh, Lewis has a video. That's interesting. Let's watch.
Give me a sec. I'm trying to just sort out.
Okay.
Lewis, don't do me over. What are you doing?
Hold that.
I think
bet
you
you
violated
something about
Lewis way too
about
many
Buzzing.
times. You violated Lewis too
Yeah.
many times, brother.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
I can
Alright.
play it now.
Yeah. So.
Roy Keane, what were you cooking?
Oh, I'm dying, yo.
No. This is the violation. This is the violation. Man can't even make a straight pass. Man can't even make a straight pass. Go on, Egal. It's yours, brother. Go on.
Okay, they say the best form of offense is a good defense, right? They do say that, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
So I wanted to go last because I wanted to hear all the BS that Hamza said, so I could have a rebuttal for every single point before I give my take on the game. Because I think my take is going to be quite brief, but I really wanted to hear all the BS and get so he can just get everything out of his system. And you want to know something, guys? This shows Hamza this whole entire season has been lying through his teeth. Where is the man who says, I don't care about Arsenal? I don't care. This is Arsenal. I know they're going to bottle it. Where's that guy? Because this season, he hasn't scored a goal in the Premier League against Arsenal in 2 games. He hasn't scored a single goal. In those 2 games, how many shots did you have on target, Hamza? How many chances did world-class Ballon d'Or Erling Haaland deliver? You're talking about players going missing. You're talking about people disappearing. Guess what? First game, you told me Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne weren't there. Wait until Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne come. You told me the Etihad is a cauldron. It's a fortress. You want to know something? Fun fact: it actually might be. They haven't scored. They haven't gone without a. Somebody hasn't gone there with a clean sheet in 47 games, and you want me to feel ashamed that I didn't concede to you in your own ground? You are the home team. You are the team that's supposed to take the game by the scruff of the neck. You are the team that has to capitalize. You are the team that won 3 out of the last 4 league titles. You are the team that is the current treble holder. You are the team that just currently is the Champions League holder. You are the team that is supposed to be the best team in the world. And you have the audacity to be pointing at other people's tactics that neutralize your attack, that neutralize your team, and to shame them. In what world is it getting a point away from a title rival, bottling it? In what world is getting 4 points off both of your title rivals, bottling it? In what world is Arsenal coming to your ground and neutralizing Erling Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, who has been undefeated? Guess what? Yeah, he's undefeated still, but it doesn't mean nothing because he didn't really contribute too much. Overall, your players, it was on them. The onus was on you. In 2 games this season in the Premier League, the only things you have to show for it is a header from Ake, late in a free kick from Ake, and another set piece attempt from Ake. Throughout the whole 2 games, the 2 90-minute games we played in the Premier League, you have 2 chances from Ake. No Phil Foden, who's Mr. World Class. Every single day you want to talk about Bukayo Saka. Phil Foden was hooked after 60 minutes. How dare you talk about Saka limping off? If I'm not mistaken, Phil Foden's not injured. Why is he coming off after 60 minutes? Where was Phil Foden? Oh, he played for England. Guess what? Because he has to play for England. He doesn't have a starting spot. He hasn't earned it yet. He hasn't done anything to earn and warrant a spot. Bukayo Saka, it doesn't matter if he doesn't play in the friendlies. He's starting the first game of the Euros. Phil Foden, he doesn't even have a guaranteed spot, a place in where he's going to be playing. They don't know what his best position is. One day they're saying his best position in the midfield. Next day they're saying, you know what, he plays well out wide. Then when he plays out wide, they said, oh, he played shit. He's good in the midfield. When he plays in the midfield, they're like, oh, he's shit in the midfield. Let's say he was playing out of position. He should be in the midfield. What position is he? The guy still hasn't nailed out a position. Or maybe it's because you have a world-class squad. But this year, the midfield has been garbage, right? So surely he's been your best player. He should not be hooked off after 60 minutes in a title decider. Am I wrong? You guys keep talking about Bukayo Saka limping off. Did Phil Foden limp off? Why did he come off the pitch? Oh, it was tactical. It was tactical to bring on Grealish and Doku instead of him, to have all these other guys on instead of him. Okay, I get it. You want to talk about your injuries. Kyle Walker, he's been dog shit this season. Don't talk to me about Kyle Walker was a big miss. John Stones, I hear it. He's a quality defender, and you also had Ake miss the game. So I'll give you some leeway there. But your defense wasn't the thing, because we also had chances. I think we had the better chances. And you want to talk about victim mentality. You're acting like a victim here. You're crying wolf because Arsenal came to your ground and they didn't bend over like we usually do. You want us to give you a game like Liverpool. If I'm not mistaken, last year, Liverpool and you ended 1-1. It was a defensive battle also. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Like, yes, there was goals, but are we here to entertain you? Are we here
This year, you mean? This year, yeah, 1-1 both games.
Yeah, it was. I'm talking about 20. It was before New Year, obviously, but
October.
this year. So when you're speaking and you're sucking off Liverpool 24/7, and in the same breath you're trying to mug them off and you're trying to say, oh, they're bottle jobs too, Hamza. This season, you're the only bottle job that's at the top of the table. You're the team that's won the treble. You're the team that has all these world-class players. You're the team that has a FIFA 11 almost of superstars. You're the team that has Premier League legends like Kevin De Bruyne in your squad. You're the team that has been winning consistently, and we're coming to your house and we're trying to disrupt you, and you have the audacity to cry about us trying to stop you. It doesn't matter how we stop you. We showed you today that we no longer fear you. We no longer are scared of you. We no longer look at Manchester City as a superior. And we
So
look
why
at them
pack the bus then?
because we need to find whichever tactic frustrates you. And you want to know what frustrates you more than anything else?
Tottenham did better.
You want to know what frustrates you more than anything else?
CFC lads in the chat.
You want to know what frustrates you more than anybody else? When somebody plays resolute defense in the middle and they give you the ball out wide, because you don't have wide players that can actually cause us problems. You don't have anybody in the wide channels that can cause us problems. I looked at the Kevin De Bruyne stats. Kevin De Bruyne tried his best. The guys, you know what? Guys always say Kevin De Bruyne is the best passer. He's the best this, he's the best that. You have the audacity to talk about my man, Odegaard. Why don't you talk about Kevin De Bruyne? Kevin De Bruyne was spamming crosses. Guys, I have the numbers right here. He attempted 13 crosses this game. How many worked? 3. Is that Mr. World Class Kevin De Bruyne?
Yeah,
And you have
because great players.
You have the audacity to talk about Martin Odegaard's performance when your man was standing there the whole game, just spamming crosses and absolutely doing nothing. We already spoke about Erling Haaland, Mr. World Class Erling Haaland. But you want to know something? Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba in 3 games this season have held him to, I think, like 3 shots. In this game alone, he had 4 shots. Only one of them was.
Egal, do you agree Gabriel got robbed?
What?
Did you agree Gabriel got robbed man of the match? I think he should have won it.
No, I think Vardy should have got man of the match.
Honestly,
I think Vardy should have got man of the match. Fact.
I don't care.
I think Vardy was more.
I don't care who gets man of the match. All I know is it's going to be an
I-
Arsenal player. All I know is an Arsenal player.
Hamza, how can you say Guardiola man of the match, man?
All I know is an Arsenal defender.
No, every time you make
He
a
was-
take, it's a wide take.
Listen,
No,
I'm
no,
not.
What?
listen,
Yes,
Rod,
yes,
you-
Guardiola had a good game. He doesn't need to be man of
Are
the
you
match.
joking?
No,
Are
you
you
shouldn't.
joking?
Hamza,
You
sit
get
down on
listen,
the floor,
this is the
shut
problem
your
about
mouth.
football, yeah?
Shut your mouth and sit
football-
down on the
Brother, you
floor.
had one shot on target. Obviously, it's an
One second,
Arsenal
Sam,
centre
one
back.
second,
Who should
one
be man of
second.
the match?
This is
Come
the
on,
problem.
stop it.
This is the problem.
Sam, stop it.
The one
Hamza,
team
sit down
came
on the
there
floor
to
and
play
raise it.
football.
Pass
One
it in
team was
session.
negative.
Shut your mouth
The
for 2
guy who
seconds.
played well,
You're not,
Vardy
bro.
was better defensively
Hamza,
and attacking wise.
Hamza,
And maybe their star boy
I'm
got
not gonna repeat myself
substituted.
one more time.
Their
Hamza,
star
I'm
boy
not
got
gonna repeat
substituted
myself
because of
one
my
more time.
guy.
Hamza, I'm not going to repeat myself one more time. You need to stop it. I let you speak for 17 minutes. I didn't interrupt you.
No, he asked me. He's asked me
17 minutes,
why.
Hamza.
I humbled you. I humbled you, Sam. There
You want to
go,
know
Hamza.
something?
How did you
wanna know
humble me?
something?
Gabriel was my man of the match.
Bro,
That's
I
what
got
you
it.
didn't say.
I got this. I got this. I got
Vardy
this.
was man of the match.
I got this. Listen. The reality of the situation.
Lewis,
is
who was your man of the match, Gabriel?
Yeah, go for it. I was watching out of a hangover,
guys,
so I just know it's the
guys,
defending.
Who was
Why
your
does
man
it
of the
He
match?
was hungover.
Why does Sky Sports man of the match matter?
No, because I want Hamza to be humbled. Grigs, who was your man of the match?
Gabriel Magalhaes.
Okay, so
Wow.
3 of us said the same Arsenal centre back, yet it should be
No.
Guardiola because, you know, what did he do? What? He locked up Saka, who
Vardy
was
was
playing
better
defensive anyway.
defensively.
Guardiola was good though. He
was
did
good.
have a
He
very
was
good
City's
game.
man of the match.
He wasn't man of the match level.
Yeah, he was City's man of the match. That's about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
he was
it.
getting the conversation, but he wouldn't
Hamza,
win.
Madam,
Yeah.
it doesn't really
Bronze
matter.
medal.
Hamza, no matter what, is
Yeah,
going to pick up his own
that's
players. We already know this. We already know Hamza and how his tactics are to talk about his own
You guys
players.
are just
pick
giving
them up.
because you feel sorry for Arsenal fans.
But you want to know something, Hamza? The final take. You wanna continuously go about talking about Arsenal and other teams bottling it. Let's finally talk about the real bottle jobs this season in the Premier League. The team that continuously finds a way to drop points in these games. You not only have you not beaten Arsenal this season, you have not beaten Liverpool this season, you have not beaten Chelsea this season, you have yet to beat. If I'm not mistaken, you've yet to beat Tottenham this season. Have you? The only team out of the top 6 you beat is Manchester United, and yes, you beat those guys. But in my opinion, overall, you have not been as good as yourself from the last couple of years. And now you want to cry wolf, say, "Oh, my team is weak. My team is this." No, you know what it is, Hamza? You're no longer that same animal. You don't have that. You don't have that fear factor. You don't have the players in which people actually used to be scared of. Nobody's scared. Nobody was scared of your team.
Why did you pack the bus? You know when a boxer comes in and he defends you like that, and you're punching him up.
One second.
You're
You want to
over
know
him,
something?
bro.
You want to know something?
Yo,
Teams,
you're telling me the
Hamza,
best team. Come, let's go.
Hamza. Teams use their strengths to beat opponents. And the reason why Arsenal used their defense is because our defense is our biggest strength. You want to know why Liverpool used their attack? Is because their attack was their biggest strength. They had the likes of Mo Salah, Mane, Firmino, and they leaned on that. Arsenal, what we do, the most smartest thing to do is to use your strength and to use it to your best of your abilities. So if you're going to ask me once again, why did we park the bus? This is why. Because we found ourselves in a game that was tight, and we had chances late in the game, like Trossard, like Martinelli, which we didn't capitalize on. In the end of the day, Hamza, you were at home, and for 90 minutes, bro, you did nothing. You left the game. You like to talk about shots on target. How many shots on target did you have? 1. How many shots did you have? 12. What were you doing? What were you doing? What were you doing?
You had
1 second.
passes.
Hamza, what were you doing?
700 passes nearly.
With the 72% possession. With the 72% possession and the 72% possession in the first half.
That's
What
one
were
of the
you doing?
lowest passes in a game this
Hamza,
season.
guess what your possession was worth though? Your possession was worthless because it didn't lead to nothing. So 72% worth of nothing.
Hamza, you had 36 touches in my box. 36 in the first half.
Yes, because
do you realize how bad that is?
No, we listen.
So you can't sit here.
I am tired.
No, 100%. That's the Pepite in him talking, bro. That's all they know about. It's a Pepism. Possession.
And you want to know something, guys?
Yeah, but
Hamza, you want to know possession?
Brentford peppering you.
I had more possession than you.
We're not talking about United.
Yes.
We're talking about you right now.
Hamza, in a 90-minute match, David Raya made 1 save. Ortega made 2.
That's the problem.
And you have the audacity. You have the audacity. One second. You have the audacity to talk about my defensive nouns.
Yeah, you're bad.
You did not offer anything. You did not offer anything. 1 second. You did not offer anything. You're the team at home. You're the Premier League champions. You're the Champions League champions. You're the team that's supposed to step up with the big players. And none of your players showed the bottle. None of your players showed the cutting edge. And my team came there with a plan. It didn't work to full perfection, but it worked to what we needed to do for the day. That 1 point hurts you more because it's 2 points dropped when you're at home.
Yeah, because I said it.
And for Arsenal, it's 1 point gain. Nobody's sitting here celebrating.
I'm unhappy.
1 second. Nobody's celebrating.
I'm unhappy.
1 second. Listen to what I'm saying clearly.
Yeah.
Nobody's celebrating until the league title
I'm
is
unhappy.
decided. One second. Nobody is celebrating until the league title is decided. But Arsenal coming to the Etihad and getting a point and at home getting 3 points. We've gotten 4 points off you this season. You cannot say the same. And from no longer, you don't have that mentality and that superiority over Arsenal. So from now on, you sit down on the goddamn floor. Arsenal is coming.
The only person that should be sitting in the floor is the team that hasn't won a league title in 20 years. The only team that should be sitting in the floor is the bottom job that goes towards the end of the season.
You should be shitting yourself.
And still celebrating the second.
You should be
people
shitting.
that should be sitting on the floor is a team with 0 European cups.
Hamza,
a team that should be sitting on the floor.
Guess what?
You should be feeding over crumbs.
Guess what? And that team has That
about
team
City
has
on the floor.
dominated you this season. Hamza, that little team that you keep talking about, that team that you used to support when you were a kid, that team that you belittled is now going to be more superior to you going forward. We have younger
More
players.
superior.
We have a better
Oh,
team than you. Going
Jungle Book
forward,
story.
going
Jungle
forward,
Book story.
you should be afraid.
Jungle Book
You should
story.
be scared
Icy
because what we have cooking at Arsenal, we're coming. Even if we don't win this year, we're coming, and we are going to be here for a while.
Pause.
Let me say something. Let me say nothing. Sam, the other thing I was going to say,
Everyone
another man
spam
of the match,
Egal in the chat right
and
now.
another
Keep
guy man of the match, yeah, was Wallahi Rodri again. This league is so lucky. It's so you listen. One day you'll all cry. Rodri leaves this league or he retires that day. Rodri showed level.
Why did I cry when
bro,
Rodri
Hamza,
Why would I
why
ever
aren't you
cry
crying?
over a
Why
defensive
would you-
midfielder?
why did I
leaving my
cry
league?
I cried
Rodri
when
leaves,
listen.
bro?
I cried when Maldini retired. I cried when
Well,
Maldini.
yeah, he's the
retired.
greatest
I was
defender of all
afraid
time.
because I cried when Zidane retired. Yeah. When Rodri leaves.
Do you
this
guys see
game
the
proved it.
deflection?
One second.
Brother,
Do you
we-
guys see the
Alfred
deflection?
Holland,
Hamza,
Alfred
Hamza,
Holland,
was a
and
quarter,
There's a
mate.
reason.
Hamza,
There's
Hamza,
a
nobody
reason
wants to
why
hear
this
it.
boy
Nobody
from
wants to hear
won
it.
Europa Conference.
Nobody
You
wants to
compare
hear
the
it.
Champions League winner
Hamza, nobody
to
wants to hear
Europa
it.
Conference League winner.
Nobody
Wallahi,
wants to
this
hear
is
it,
true.
bro.
Yeah,
Nobody
one
wants to
second.
hear it.
You
Hamza, you
compare-
want to know what I want to
one
hear?
You
You want to know what I want to hear?
the Champions League winner,
Hamza,
a guy who should have been a Ballon d'Or winner, to a guy
Hamza,
who won Europa
Hamza,
Conference
Hamza,
League
I'm sick and tired
against
of your BS.
Fiorentina. One second.
Hamza, I'm sick and tired of your BS.
Rice
Hamza,
had
Allah,
42
how
touches.
dare you talk about Declan
42
Rice?
touches. Rodri had 150 touches. Yeah. Accurate passes.
Okay.
Rodri had over 90.
Guys, give me 1
92%.
second.
Yeah.
He's not
How
going to
much
shut up.
did Rice have? Look how many key passes Rice had in the whole game.
One second.
One.
1 second. Hamza,
Look how many
Hamza,
shots
please, let me
on
rebuttal.
on
Hamza,
target
let me
he had.
rebuttal.
Zero. Shots
Hamza,
off target.
Hamza,
Zero.
Hamza,
Shots blocked.
Hamza,
Zero.
Hamza,
Egal, this is
Dribble
open
attempted.
floor. You have
Zero.
to
Hamza,
get in there.
Hamza, you need to
Rodri
noise it.
is-
Let me speak. I need to say this. You cannot criticize the defensive midfielder that shuts
Rodri?
you out. You can, 1 second. Let me say
Go and
this.
listen
at
to
my
Gary
child's
Neville.
core.
Gary Neville. Go and
Have
tell
some-
Gary Neville those stories
Okay, have
about
some
Rice.
decorum, bro. Have some decorum. I don't want to shout. My
by the
child's
way,
sleeping.
Hamza
Let me
tweeted
be,
yesterday, you
right?
should never look at stats, by the way.
Let me just say
So
this.
the
Let me
same guy
say this.
reading
Oh,
stats.
nice one for Man United.
Guys,
Amrabat.
guys, I'm done shouting. I'm done shouting. My kid's sleeping. I'm gonna wake him up. I need to calm down now. All I'm gonna say is, Hamza, you cannot come here and criticize the defensive midfielder that shuts you out for the first time in 48 games at the end. That is completely blasphemous. You cannot do that. As a football fan, you cannot sit here and tell everybody, talk to me about passing stats for a defensive midfielder or a midfielder that shut your team out for the first time in 47 games. So you need to sit down on the floor, take the humble draw, and just go back to the drawing board and try to win the rest of the games. And
I
stop
just don't
acting
get
like
why
you're the underdog.
Hamza says
Stop acting
his
like a big
football
dog.
club is Santiago Bernabeu, and then when Egal gets a draw, he's mad. Ya akhi, why, Hamza? You make no sense, wallahi.
Okay, let me
pick
celebrate.
your battles,
okay,
brother.
Okay, congratulations, Arsenal Football Club, for getting a draw against Etihad. And I want to give you a little sticker. Let me look for a sticker. I'm gonna look. Sorry, I don't have a sticker.
That's not
Next
the
time we
point,
go, I'll
Hamza.
give you a sticker for calling a draw at the Etihad. I'll give every Arsenal
I've
fan.
got a
Find
sticker.
me. I'll find the sticker of Arsenal getting a draw at the Etihad this season. Congratulations,
Got a
Arsenal
couple
fans.
stickers.
You got a draw. And Arteta, if he needs a sticker and your little dog called Win, I'll give him even a sticker.
Hamza,
Shameless.
how many
wallahi.
goals did you have against Arsenal this season?
Listen, I've not scored. I scored one, I think. One. Cole Palmer.
Oh, Community Shield. Now we're counting it.
Oh, now you're
You said
claiming
this
Cole
season.
Palmer.
You said this season. I thought
Now you're
what,
claiming
Premier
Cole
League?
Palmer as well.
Okay,
And
Premier
the
League,
Community
zero.
Shield. You see the fraud.
But you scored one.
You
scored one.
Should've
you
kept him,
belittled
blood.
that Community Shield victory for
Oh,
the whole
God.
year. Now you want to count that goal.
Let's move on
You
to United. I
keep- you
need to
keep-
cook. I
You
need to
keep
cook. I
mocking.
need to cook. Grigs.
Ya akhi, you keep mocking Lewis for Cole Palmer every week. How's he something special now?
He's the only
Cole
guy who
Palmer,
scored against Arsenal wearing their shirt. His
Cole
peak.
Palmer's
Then
a
you sold him and you brought
good-
Beetlejuice. It's all
I'm
mad.
just very
Cole Palmer,
disappointed
my
that
guy.
Hamza didn't attack his manager today. I think
Hamza,
Pep Guardiola got away with one
you
today.
spent 17 minutes talking, and then when it was my time, you interrupted me a lot. Long story short, you're rattled. You understand? Even you got me triggered a little bit when you wouldn't let me speak. But long story short, it's a draw. It's not the end of the world for either team. You're not out of it. You're currently third. I'm currently second. We give Liverpool the advantage. They control their own destiny. But for now, You no longer have that fear factor over Arsenal. That's the main fact. You cannot deny that.
Who do you think will win the league? Egal.
I still believe Arsenal will win the league.
Who comes second?
I still believe City comes second.
And you believe Liverpool comes third?
Yes, but we're not on the Liverpool section.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Let's end this section on this. Let's all just predict the top three. So Egal says Arsenal, City, and Liverpool. Lewis, what's yours?
City, Liverpool, Arsenal.
Grigsy?
Agendas aside.
I'm gonna go with Egal's. I'm gonna go Arsenal, City, Pool.
Hamza?
This guy's a fraud because he hates Liverpool. He knows that 20 times they're coming for that. Is it the Liverpool me? Yeah. And I
No,
don't
give
mind
me your final three. Give me your final three.
City, Liverpool. I'm humbled Liverpool, man. Klopp, man.
Actually, no. I meant
And
Arsenal.
then
Pool.
Arsenal.
I meant Arsenal, Pool, City, because City have Champions League. They're gonna prioritize that. Never
Oh,
mind.
you think City finished third? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for City, Arsenal, and Liverpool finished third. Anyway, big up to all of you guys.
Oh my God. You're the
Big
only
up to all
one
of you
that's
guys.
not
Let me
happy
go to the
because
super chats
You're
before
gonna
I
get
carry
better
on.
Liverpool fans on you now.
Oh my God. I'm
Listen,
sorry,
Ray
Jurgen
can
Klopp.
try more.
Doesn't believe in
You
the
know what's
badge.
funny? You know
How
what's
did you
funny,
not
Lewis?
believe in Jurgen
Shout out to
Klopp?
Carefree
You're top
Lewis
of the
G.
league.
Make sure you guys go subscribe in the chat. I was watching Shameless FC earlier on. When Rere was talking about the United game, he was like,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
it's going to be a tough game and all this. I'm like, you bastard. When I said Old Trafford was going to be a tough game, you wanted to laugh at me. Now you're saying it's going to be a tough game.
You have the same energy.
I learned the
for
hard
this-
way,
Rere
bro.
is the biggest fraud. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. I actually could not believe it. The guy fully said, Lewis, remember I'm back again when he was like, Hussam does not believe. He just said the same shit I said about the Sunday game, like the exact same stuff. Make it make sense. I've had enough of this Rere guy, man.
Bro went to extra time, got hit with the 16 and the 10, and he's like, nah, not anymore. I hear it.
Can we spam
I hear
1610 in the chat right now, please? Anyway, I want to do the super chats before we move on to Chelsea and to Manchester United. And I want to do things differently so we can actually get past the sections, because if we allow Hamza to monologue on both clubs, we'll be here till the 27th night of Ramadan. Big up to Joseph, loves football, who says Hamza Head and Shoulders cost £50 and 45% discount code 115. And please remember, everyone in the chat, that Hamza and Shoulders has 115 active ingredients, you get me, that will help you rinse your hair with some of the best, finest ingredients in the world. Make sure you get yourself a bottle of Hamza and Shoulders. Big up to you, my guy Joseph. Big up to JL Zone, who says Grigs is cooking. Oh, Grigsy was definitely cooking today. 100%. 100% Grigsy was cooking. Big up to my guy MP, who says, big up, guys. Hussam, respect. Good to see you guys. Listen, A-listers is back, baby. You get me
And
last
if you
week.
buy that, if you buy that Head and Shoulders, you get a free soap and a Vaseline for your face.
You know what? I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna launch some merch, man. I'm fully gonna launch some merch. I'm gonna make my own bottle, Hamza and Shoulders. I'm gonna call it. I swear, it's just so. Oh my lord! Big up to Nick, who says, I think people say Arsenal failed because many have been hyping them up. So logic dictates if they're not good, that if they're that good, sorry, they should have won that at City. Yeah, but I kept the same energy, brother. I said let's use the City fans' logic against them too. Didn't they tell us Madrid going to Bernabeu is like going to Etihad? Okay, they got a draw. So a draw at the Bernabeu is a good result, right? A draw at the Etihad is a good result then. It's just, my logic is always, let's not go by what the fans said. I'm not going to blame Lewis for what some other Chelsea fans said. I don't care what the other Chelsea fans said. I have Lewis. He has his own opinions, has his own mind, and we can just talk and have a conversation. I don't care what the others say. That's the reality. Big up to Ed, who says Hamza's monologue can only last 16:10. He's a waffler like Ryan. How long did it last, Egal? Did you time it?
17 minutes.
17 minutes. Oh,
That's
we were close
crazy.
to 16:10. We were close. Big up to you, Ed. Man's rubbing Vaseline. Wow. There you are. Big up to Jerome, who says my squad is weak and injured. Obviously, he's mocking Hamza. We already know. You get me. I miss Gundogan. I miss Company. I miss David Silva. I miss Aguero. I miss everyone. You get me. Big up to Hamza says, big up to Nick, who says, ask Hamza to talk about the alphabet and he'll ramble about numbers instead. Hey, ask Hamza to say A to Z and he'll just count to 100 instead. But that's why we love him. Big up Hamza, the deflection king. Big up to MP, who says, let's be honest here. Any team going to City now will look to get a point, either domestic teams or international. So Hamza, Arsenal, owed you. Take it. 100%. 100%. This is the reality. And if I go to the Etihad next season or the season after or the season after, I think a draw is a good result. And I said it earlier on this season. It's not celebrating, it's just saying it as it is. Same way,
I think we
Egal
gave
said a
people a
draw.
blueprint. But I
Egal,
don't know
did you
how
not
many
say a
teams
draw
should-
at Anfield was a good result for you as well?
What?
You said a draw at Anfield was a good result for you earlier on the season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, listen, draw at the Emirates, draw at Etihad, draw at Anfield.
What
it's
context? We were still top after the draw. Right now we're
Yeah,
not.
good result, 100%. More history of the clock from Hamza yet again, says JWA. You know Hamza and his history lessons. Man tried to put R9 in the conversation. Astaghfirullah. He calls himself Brazilian. Hamza thesis: how to waffle crepes. Mid paragraph, insert something about ingredients of waffle. Point at eyes about 4 times. Conclusion. Stay on point, Hamza. Stay on point. Big up to you, Uga Buga. I love your name as well. Big up to Frank. Big up to Frank. That says, just tuned in. I see Hamza talking about R9. Everyone hanging their heads down in disbelief. Lewis walks off. Sounds about tried. To be continued. Hey, this is just another episode of A-Listers. You get me? 33. Like and subscribe. Big up to you, Frankie, my brother. Hamza thinks he is cooking. Bro is boiling water, says JL Zone. Damn, okay. Big up to Jack Howe. I think your super chat just disappeared. I'm going to try to get it up in a second. Hamza's cooking should be on Kitchen Nightmares. Can you imagine Gordon Ramsay across from Hamza? Get out! Get out! Big up to you, JW. Big up to Manny who says the 0-0 draw is equivalent of Hamza yapping. Boring. Here's another Justin Timberlake song for you. Cry me a river, you fraud. Big up to you, Manny.
Cry me a river.
Grigs.
Big up to Selection who says petition to bar the City fan for speaking for more than 2 minutes. 2 minutes! 2 minutes! That's not even enough for the Hamza intro, brother. I don't know how long.
That's not enough for the first sentence. That's not enough for the
2
first
minutes.
sentence.
I dare
That's
Hamza.
crazy.
Okay, I'll actually give Hamza a limit.
I think he says fraud
5 minutes
more than 2
United
minutes
and
per
5
stream.
minutes on City. I will time if he can do 5 minutes. I bet you he can't. Big up to Saleh, my brother. He says, Salam alaikum wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Big up to Will who says, I'm convinced now Hamza is better than Haaland. I mean, to be fair, we do have factual evidence to actually prove that Hamza is indeed better than Haaland because we actually saw him score a replica of the Garnacho goal, which was an absolutely incredible goal. And the reality is, Hamza probably does have a better first touch than Haaland. I don't even think that's an insult or that's a crazy statement or anything. You get me? Let me try find it. Where is it? Here.
See, it's easy, man. What's going on? That's how he's coconut goal, man.
See? Told you Hamza's better than Haaland. Hamza has to be from Belgium with all this waffle. Eh? Waffle, French fries, you get me, pancakes, syrup, whatever you want. Big up to my guy, Captain Sal, and my guy, Aboud, who both are saying Mabruk and congratulations for 28K. Big up to you guys. We have just hit 28K.
Congrats, bro.
Love.
Else.
Big up to you guys, man. Big up to you guys. Thank you so much, Lewis. Big up to everyone on the panel as well. Big up to all the chat. Big up to Dinishan who says, I agree. Chelsea beat City in the Champions League final using defense. This is true. This is true.
Good
Hamza
times,
parking the
man.
bus in the conversation. Imagine Hamza, he had to park the bus. He had to go on the defensive. Can you guys tell City have lost the hunger? Dead. I mean, that is true. I mean, City ain't the same club. I expect Lewis to say soon, Liverpool, you must. Hussam, you can't say we finished third. I'll give you copium. I don't need any copium. You get me? It's my honest prediction.
Maybe.
You know, I'm good. Big up to you, Saleh, Habibi. Shukran. Thank you for the super chat. Said it was the most 0-0 game. Poch out now. Palmer is him. Proper Chelsea. Daniel is dead. Hey. You just keep landing the minerals. You get me, Daniel. Big up Conor Gallagher to the world and back. Shut up, Conor Gallagher. You get me? If you sell him, we riot. Big up to Fatur who says, how's Hamza conceded 1,610 goals tonight? Bring 1610 to A-listers. I don't have the clip. If I did, I would happily violate Ray. Big up to you, my guy, Fatur. Big up to Ed who says, why his Vaseline that close? Check his browser. Hey, get your minds out the gutter, guys. Relax. The squad Hamza can't take it because his team choked at home. Hashtag no Diddy. Some sour patch. He says, the reality is a draw is a good result for Arsenal at Etihad. That's the fact.
Well,
Big up to MP.
Everyone's saying no Diddy.
Big up to MP who says, Hamza is good if you do a rally or a protest. He could talk for 2 days straight. I can imagine Hamza in like a political march, you know? This guy would be happily like speaking the whole time from start to finish. Just give him the microphone. Have some shame in the middle of a protest. Big up to you, MP. Big up to Smoke who says hopium. Yes, hopium and copium. And Adi, you can believe in whatever you want, Habibi. Me, I believe in what I think is going to happen. Personally, I hope we win the league, but I just don't see it happening. Anyways, chat, you know, I did say at the start, and I stick by it, that I think the United result is more embarrassing, and I stick by it because of how they played. Lewis, even he himself will tell you, at least he had some chances and shit. The other game, it was all Brentford. So we have to start with it. Now, in the respect of time, you get me. First of all, before we continue, 800 people in here. We're approaching 500 likes. Let's get there, guys. Please slap the like button. Please subscribe to This Is Football if you're yet to do so. Shout out to all the super chatters. I'm going to drop you a shout out at the end. And as well, don't forget to subscribe to the new channel that myself and Mo will be launching. Soft launch might be tonight with recorded video explaining to you exactly our targets. I just posted it in the chat one more time. This is the new channel, myself and Mo combining. Go subscribe. Here is the link. Go subscribe to it. Hamza Head and Shoulders for £50, 45% discount code 150. We already read that one, Joseph. But big up to you. Filibuster Hamza says Edrin. Yo, easy there, brother. Big up to Jack, by the way, who sent in a super chat. He says, even as a Liverpool fan, I absolutely love Hamza. You get me? I'm absolutely creasing. Big up to
Filibuster
you,
is a political term. You never heard of that before? It's
No.
like you fill space by just talking bullshit.
Oh, okay. This fairs. I didn't know about that. And then Fatur is back. He says, watch Hamza doing a monologue on other clubs. Hamza will fire blanks like Ryan did on 16 on 10 on the Q&A. Lewis, play the 16-10 clip, senor, por favor. You know what I find crazy about that clip? And I said this to Lewis earlier on. I was like, the fact that no one actually says this. Like, who tells a woman, like, you look 16 out of 10 today? That's not a statement like someone makes. Like, that's not a thing. It's just not a thing. Like, I've never
It's
heard
equivalent
of
to that Sterling free kick against Leicester.
Yeah, but like Lewis, it's not a thing though. Have you ever heard someone say like
He was trying to
"Oh,
be smooth. Let Ryan be, man.
no, but
That's
how
the thing.
can
That's
you
why I
tell-
don't want to
never
play
heard
the
of
video
a woman
again. It's like I gotta let him go at a point.
Yeah, that's not a statement. That's not a
Yeah, it's
correct
just it's a howler, but
statement. It is a howl.
yeah,
Why didn't he
everyone's
just say they
cooking
look
for it.
good
It's
today?
crazy.
Yeah, just
What?
look good. You look
I don't
beautiful.
know. I don't know.
Yeah, man said 16 out of 10. Big up to you, Fatur. Anyway, we're gonna do it a bit differently because we're an hour and 20 minutes into the stream, and we cannot let Hamza cook both.
Is that
clubs.
the longest we've ever spent on one game?
No. When I drew 0-0 to United, I got cooked more because I said we'll win 6-0. Anyway, back to United. I want to start with them. United Brentford. We'll actually let Grigs talk first, and then we'll let Lewis talk first on his section, then open the floor up so we can have the others chime in because, you know, in the interest of time. Grigsy, talk to me about United Brentford. And by the way, chat, before you tell me Chelsea drew to Burnley at home and it's more embarrassing, the United performance was more pathetic because it could have been Brentford 7-1. Honest. No agenda. Brentford could have won 7-1.
Burnley still could have won.
I'm being dead serious right now. I wish I'm being doing agenda. I'm not, being honest. Grigsy, tell us what the hell happened. You get me at Brentford, brother. Tell us.
I mean, if anyone would tell me what happened, I'd like to hear it because I don't know what happened. We got cooked. I can't lie. It was for me, honestly. You could say for about 25 performances, you could say were United's worst of the season. That was actually United's worst performance of the season by a country mile. No other. Actually, that's United's worst performance in the past 2 years. I'm not even gonna lie. That was the worst performance when we lost 7-0 to you. Like, no joke. That was the worst performance. We got cooked even more. They had 85 touches in our box. That's the most since the stat started getting tracked, I think about 5 years ago, in terms of like Opta and all that kind of stuff. 85. At some point, I thought Brentford hit the post more time than I had a shot. That's what it felt like. Ivan Toney was running around like Drogba. That's what it felt like. Wissa was running around like a madman. And Boomer came on, he cooked me. But it was just embarrassing. I'm gonna blame more the coach for this game. I'm not gonna lie. From a coaching perspective, I have no idea what the game plan was. Our players looked like they were out there set to fail. Our pressing structure was terrible. It just didn't make sense to me. We had two center backs come off injured. That's not an excuse for me, though. Leacher came on. He got cooked. I'm not going to lie. Even Ivan Toney cooked him. Didn't look good for him. But I'll put that down to injury rust. The midfield wasn't good. McTominay, once again, Casper the Ghost. Not surprised. You know, Hamza tries to tell me that McTominay is my best player. Bunch of waffle like usual. My forwards, I thought Rashford was terrible. Not going to lie. I thought Højlund was terrible. I thought Garnacho one second was on the right wing. The next second he was back post for a cross on the left wing for no reason. Wan-Bissaka, terrible. Dalo looked like he went to Portugal and came back and didn't know how to play football. Maybe I don't know what happened with Ronaldo over there, but he all of a sudden he just come back and he don't know how to place passes after all the praise we gave him on A-list time to Lapo last week. We gave him all this praise. The guy came back and gave me a Wan-Bissaka performance. Onana was actually good, but the one thing I have against Onana, why in God's green earth are you before a game giving an interview and saying we got something for Brentford? You are the goalkeeper. Why is my goalkeeper giving out interviews before the game? Has Alisson ever given an interview before a game? Has David Raya ever given an interview before the game? Has Ederson ever given an interview before the game? Why is my goalkeeper giving out interviews? Brother, you're the goalkeeper. You don't really have much of a say in terms of what happens out on the pitch. You're not in the midfield. You're not the one that's been placing the passes. You're not in the attack. You're not the one taking the shots. Yeah, in defense, you have a say because you're the shot stopper. But for most of the part, other than shot stopping, you do not have a say on anything that happens in the game. Let your teammates handle that. And you know what? We didn't have anything for Brentford because they absolutely cooked us. And we almost somehow, remember how I always say United are one of the kings of scamming results? We literally almost scammed the result with the Mason Mount winner. You know what happened to me that day? I was making my thumbnail right for the match reaction. No, sad face, all that kind of stuff. Then I see Mason Mount score. I'm like, I have to change it, obviously, right? Let's go. By the time I finished saving the thumbnail, Brentford put the goal in the back of the net to make it 1-1. By the time, bro, I didn't even, the moment I clicked saved, Brentford equalized. We got cooked, bro. With Erik ten Hag, after the Liverpool game, I think it was against Liverpool, and I'm an emotional guy. I'm not gonna lie. Sports are my emotion kind of stuff, and I get gassed when we beat certain teams. And I start talking a little bit spicy. I understand. That's life of the content scene, right? You say something, you either lands and you look like a genius, or you get cooked.
But you know what is, Grigs? It's the performance for me. The fact that Brentford could have won 7-1.
Of course.
And by the way, you know what makes this worse? I know you're obviously cooking even your own club. I'll tell you something. There's a mad stat. There's only 3 times in Premier League history a club has had 80+ touches in the opposition box. City against Norwich, City against Southampton, and Brentford against Man United. So we're not talking about something normal here. Like we're talking about City against a relegation club twice doing that, and then Brentford is the relegation club. How are they doing that?
I agree. I was about to say that. If you ask the neutral to go to that game and point out which team is the relegation team and which is the team trying to make their way back into Champions League football, they're gonna tell you Brentford. Brentford looked like part of Barcelona. It looked like Pep Guardiola from 2008 was coaching them. Thomas Frank, bro. We got cooked, and for Ten Hag, I think for me that might be like the not just from my perspective, from Ineos perspective. If they're looking at that and they still think that this guy can be the coach next year, then we need to get them drug tested because that was one of the most embarrassing Man United performances since Sir Alex. Like I'm not even joking. That was an absolute embarrassing to get cooked away. I don't care that it was away from home. I don't care what it was. You cannot get embarrassed like that to the point where the attacking momentum for the whole game was on Brentford's side. Even when we scored the goal, the attacking momentum was still on their side because we got the goal out of nowhere. That's for me is embarrassing. And as a coach, you have to look at yourself in the mirror. And then his post-game comments. Why are you bringing up Manchester City's results? Who gave you the right to bring up other clubs' results? You have no right to bring up other clubs' results, let alone the team that is in top that has won the past 3 Premier Leagues and are going for their 4th Premier League. Same way a couple of weeks ago he brought up the Arsenal 3-1. I don't care about what happened against Arsenal 6 months ago. That game does not matter to me anymore. Talk about what's going on. And then after he also talked about how it's okay that we concede this many shots because we don't actually concede a lot of goals. But that's not healthy football. That's not sustainable. Because I know Egal talks about sustainable football like that. That is not sustainable football. That's literally not sustainable football to keep giving up. Do you know, by the way, I found this out today. United, you know how many expected points United are meant to be having this season? 36. That's relegation form. That is genuine relegation form. 40 points is the relegation benchmark to escape relegation. We're meant to be at 36 points with 8 games left of the season. 8 games. We're in April. Today's April 1st. We have a 0 goal difference in April. That for me is a joke. So when I look at Ten Hag, I'm like, first of all, you generally are the biggest fraud like I've ever seen as a coach. He needs to just get rid of I don't like people that try to gaslight me, and I don't like people that make excuses instead of taking accountability. I always want my coach, especially, to take accountability. Just say that we got beaten on that day. We were not the better team, and they absolutely destroyed us, and there was no excuse for what happened. Instead, he's out here talking about Man City did this, other teams did that, all that kind of stuff. That is embarrassing for me. So he's just not cut out to be a Man United manager. So now for me, it's just about once again, we'll find the right guy this summer. Obviously, Liverpool are officially joining out now that Javi Alonso's not going there. So I have to battle Hassan for most likely my managerial targets because we're probably going to have pretty much the same managerial targets. Amarim, De Zerbi, those kind of names. Right now, goes me potentially. So we'll see who gets who, and we'll just go from there. Also, I'm happy that today we got our new technical director, Jason Wilcox. He resigned from Southampton mid-game. I've never seen that before. A club's director of football just resigning mid-game. That's crazy to me, but good to have him in. We just go from there. But yeah, for me, obviously top 5 talk, bro. Getting beat like that, I don't care that we didn't lose. That's just a joke. For me, it happened. Obviously, the FA Cup matters. What we do there, let's try to win it. Obviously, and then this Sunday, that's my last important game for the Premier League season. Beat Hassam's Liverpool and try to end their title hopes, and we go for there. That's my goal of the season. Just end their title hopes. Let Egal's Arsenal go win the league. Because the lesser of the three evils, and I focus on the FA Cup. Hopefully,
Grigs, I'll be honest with you, you're absolutely in the worst position than anyone on this whole season.
I am the worst position.
Actually, like fully, your 3 rivals are going for the title. You know how
I know it's embarrassing. You know who I blame the most? I blame myself because my club has put me in this position.
That's like it's like Man United, Everton, and I don't know, like a third club going for the title. This is just mad, bro. Like
it's a joke. So
well, I don't even know what to say. Like. You really have to see, like either me, Egal, or Hamza lift the Premier League title at the end of the season. I swear to God. This is so embarrassing.
Where's Chelsea when I need them, man? Where is Chelsea when I need them? We have to be in 11th, bro.
We still can't get above you in the table.
We see each other.
Anyone want to say on Man United? Hamza, I know you want to speak on United, but not very long monologue. You get me? You can have
Erik ten Hag breeds no confidence in his players or his fans with his press conferences and what he says to the media. If you have a manager coming out and saying the things that he's saying, he is rattled. He is looking for something to save him. He's like somebody swimming in the ocean and just trying to grab onto anything. So when he sees any positive, he says it. At this point, there's no difference between Erik ten Hag and a delusional Manchester United fan with the kind of statements he's making. He does not sound like a professional manager. He does not sound like a professional pundit. He doesn't even sound like a fan who's been watching football for 20 years. At his age and how much experience he has, I would have thought his communication skills would be better. And I don't know if it's a language barrier or if he's just that delusional.
Erik ten Hag is the worst manager in this whole league. I don't think anyone can change my opinion. He's number 20.
No, you can't say number 20. You can't say that.
No, he's number 20. He's number 20.
Who's number 20?
You can't say number 20.
Who's worse than Man United?
Who's worse?
Many managers.
What is not worse? Lewis, I don't care what you say. What is not worse?
I think no, Ten Hag. Listen, the thing is, you can't say a bad manager got them a Carling Cup like last season.
Oh my
Put them top
God!
4. No, he put them top 4.
Are you gonna praise Man United after they drew?
No, I'm just saying he's not the worst. You can't say he's the worst. Even me, the biggest hate of United, and I dislike Ten Hag. I would say that he's not the worst. You'll be deluded into thinking that. He gave them top 4 last season. He got them that trophy that they needed. Champions League, fair enough, he had a poor run, but he could say that he had a lot of injury. He could say that. Now, Hamza, I'm probably the only manager, mainly, who's had Lisandro Martinez injured. He's had Maguire injured. He has had Lindelof injured. At one point, he was playing Johnny Evans. I remember a midfielder. He struggled having Casemiro fit. I think United have had nearly the most injury to any other football team. Do you know that? That's a fact. So
no, that's not true. Newcastle and Chelsea have had worse.
Okay. Is the expectation at United different? Yes. But I think the question is, the owners will think, listen, we've just bought United. We can't come here and do what exactly Chelsea did. Stabilize the ship, give him another year. Give him another year and see what, and back him this time. And hopefully, if he gets his players and this injury depleted squad, because even ask Grigs, have you had a lot of injury this season? A lot of injuries.
But it doesn't matter to me because even when those guys are fit, our performances are still terrible.
But hold on. If you had all those players fit, look at Arsenal. I'll give you an example. Arsenal have had if they had Saliba and Magalhaes not fit, what do you think Arsenal will be?
They'll still be in the top 4.
No, they will not be in top 4. Are you
Yes, they
joking?
would. They would be in the
Hold
top
on.
4.
So if Arsenal had the injuries you guys had, with including Declan Rice out at one point, you had all your midfield nearly there. You had Casemiro out. You had all these defenders out. Wan-Bissaka was out. Luke Shaw's been out. You've been stricken with so much injuries. So you can also understand the other side of the story where you're saying, "Oh, hold on, I know he's a bad manager, but."
How are you defending Man United after their
No,
worst?
I know. I'm not
performance?
defending. I'm saying he's not the worst. I'm saying he's not the worst. To say he's
Bro,
the worst.
okay, worst case, he's worst. He's top 3 worst managers in the league. That's still not good
top
enough
three,
to be my
not top
coach.
3. The injuries had is mad.
Okay, so but that doesn't take away from the fact that Brentford had 80 touches in their box. Wallahi, that's embarrassing.
85.
Yes,
85.
Sam. If you look at him, yeah, when's first time he had to utilize a young kid that he's given a chance, and United fans should be thankful. He's the one that gave Kobe Mino a chance. Yeah, he's given Kobe Mino a chance. He's given Kobe Mino opportunity. A player that you guys are saying, wow. Also give him credit.
You do realize
do you
this
give him any
speech is not
credit?
gonna keep him in the
Do you
job.
give him credit for that, Kobe Mino? Do you give him Kobe Mino credit? Because a lot of managers will probably not give him a chance. He's given a youngster.
I disagree. I disagree with that. I think there comes a point where there's like a certain talent in the academy. No matter who the coach is, they're good enough to be in the first team. And I classify Kobe Mino in that category. The same way when Ole called up Mason Greenwood, he technically gave him the debut, right? So he deserves credit for that.
You give him credit for that.
I gave him slightly credit, but I think Kobe Mino would have came through
when did
whoever
you
the
ever
manager
see
was.
United having a stabilized defense for like 5 games? Never. I've never seen that. It's
I saw it under Louis van Gaal.
One player's injured, comes back, he's injured. Lisandro just came back from an injury. Lisandro is his main defender. Lisandro is like Saliba for Arsenal. Saliba missed out, and Arsenal out of the title race. So imagine he's had Varane, Lisandro at one point, and Lindelof were injured. He depended on Maguire and Johnny Evans for many games. Yeah, so you have to also be honest and say, okay, fair enough. But I think the owners are going to give him a chance next season. I cannot see these owners sacking him this season. I'm telling you the bad news. I don't think they're going to sack him because these owners are going to come. They want a long-term project. They're going to say, listen, let's give him another season. Are you willing to be happy for that, Grigs? And give him another extra season and see what he builds on and then judge him from that. Would you be happy? Give him another season?
Nope.
So if the owners give him another season, what would you say about the owners then?
That's strike one for me. I'd be disappointed in them. But at the end of the day, they made their decision, so we go from there. What else can I do about it?
I just think sometimes, in football, we do come up. I hate Ten Hag, and I think he's not that great. But sometimes stability, you need a bit of stability, and I think you get.
I know exactly what Hamza is doing here, by the way.
No,
he
I know.
wants Ten Hag to stay. It's so obvious.
I know.
No, but
if you know, Hamza, you think you can fool us with your games?
No,
Wallahi,
if he leaves, hold on. So do you prefer De Zerbi over Ten Hag?
Slightly, yes? I don't think. I think De Zerbi is a better manager. I don't think it's not the craziest.
So
who do you get if you had an
if Roberto De Zerbi had Brighton players, they would be in relegation battle right now.
Ten Hag had Brighton. I agree.
No, I think it's.
And if De Zerbi had Man United, they'd be playing much better football, even though it's more open and expensive. But at least they'd be creating more chances.
Bro, honestly, I think you know what's crazy? I think Graham Potter's a better coach than Erik Ten Hag, and he's not even in a job right now.
I don't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that.
I genuinely think the Ajax system. I think the Ajax system
is a great coach, by the way. I'm just saying Graham Potter's a great coach, by the way. But I
think Ten Hag is the system coach. If he was in a system where they pick all the players for him and they just tell him coach, he might be in a better situation.
Fair, that is what United want. That is what United want to do, though. That is the approach they want to go.
That might be better off for him. But the fact that he's currently at the club, at the state that it's in, he has to go just to get you a new slate. I think
who do you get?
The Ajax system made him good. He was never that good.
You can't say that. Sometimes this is a problem.
Sometimes the recruitment, and how the club is run,
but they work in synergy.
So anybody can manage that.
Synergy.
For example, let me give you an example. anyone could manage Bayern until now with Tuchel and win a league.
Nah, not anyone can manage Bayern, by the
Mhm.
way. Not anymore.
Now let's
That club-
keep it real. Certain
It's not hard,
clubs,
man. It's hard, man.
certain
But what-
clubs, you go in there, revolving door of manager. If they're decent, they'll win the league.
No, that is true. Like in terms of that, but it's not easy
Like
managing Bayern. You have
Ajax
to deal.
was
You have
for
to
the
deal with
last
a lot of
decade.
egos.
Okay.
Remember Juventus for like a decade. Didn't matter who you put in there, they'll probably win the league.
They had two
No, but
coaches.
look,
It's
if you look at
Allegri
the
and Conte.
midfield, yeah, if you get many managers to have Kobe Mino and McTominay in midfield, you think many managers would go to Brentford and beat them?
Okay, but
Many
okay, but
managers-
Hamza, here's the thing.
Many
This
coaches
is where I
wouldn't
would
play with
stop you-
McTominay.
This is where I would stop you from waffling, because he chooses to play Mainu and McTominay and Bruno together.
So who
That's
do
the
you
problem.
play there? Who do you play there?
Not McTominay and
pers-
Bruno together.
Personally, for me, I want to see the midfield I saw in preseason that looked like it could be promising. I want to see Mainu, Bruno, and Mount midfield. I want to see what that looks like.
So who's sitting back? Mino.
I want to see Mason. I want to know.
I'd have
are you
Mainu
gonna boo
sitting in,
Mason
but
Mount?
I'd have my fullbacks inverting.
No, but that's not the point. You don't play
Even that.
because essentially it's a
Screaming.
donut hole. It's a donut
but if
hole.
you were
in
going,
the
no,
would you boo him?
But no matter what, our midfield
Oh, of
is gonna be a
course.
donut hole. So might
Of
as well
course.
add some better
You
attacking
should be
quality.
ashamed
You
of
cannot
yourself.
allow Kobe Mainu
Why?
to do all the
On him.
He
midfield
won
work
your
by
Champions
himself.
League.
He just
That's what I'm
You
saying. It
didn't
doesn't
win
work. It
us
will
the
not work.
Champions League.
Kobe
He was
Mino
part
is
of
He was
a
a
team
crucial
that
part
won
You know
of
what?
the team that won
You know
your
why that
Champions
makes
League.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and then he dropped his performances and demanded 250.
Don't you guys think this is shameful? Lewis is
week.
if
Wait,
Lewis
wait,
went to the game,
I'm
he would boo Mason Mount.
Oh,
You gotta do it-
cry me a
You gotta do what you
river.
gotta do, bro. You gotta do it.
How's that
I'm
a
not gonna-
shameful thing?
He won.
Cry
He
me
won
a
them a
river.
Champions League.
Okay,
Yeah,
Tevez won
and
me a
how
Champions
the
League.
Champions
Tevez won me a
League and all
Champions
this.
League. I still boo him.
What are you talking about? We won the Champions League with the best defense since 1994. It was
Nah,
the
but he
defense
was-
in the midfield that was our
Don't do
key
that.
part.
Don't do that. Mason Mount contributed to your Champions League. Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not saying he didn't contribute, but what was the stronger thing? Our defense and our midfield.
Are you?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Nah,
You know, you
I
want to
think
know
it's
the reason why
If you want to
Chelsea
ask me
won
who the most important forward was, cool, it was Mount. But it was the defense and the midfield that was the more
No,
important
one
thing.
second. You want to know why Chelsea won the Champions League? Jorginho and Kante. That's why the
I
fact they
agree.
won the Champions League.
I agree.
Those
And
two
the
right there
defense.
is the real reason. These guys complemented each other like a glove. One guy done all the work and was exceptional, and the other guy kept things sticking. You cannot say anyone else. Like, if I want to say it genuine, and other players played out of their skin as well. I thought
Kante was key.
Yeah, like
Kante was-
Jorginho. I wouldn't boo Jorginho or boo
Kante
Mount.
was key. Kante was the
and
key.
that was
You
the
boo
fittest three
Havertz.
games has been his whole career.
Oh, of course. Oh, any
Havertz
excuse.
scored the final goal and they boo him.
No,
Would
Nice.
you-
That's why I scored the
Mount-
goal that won us our last league title, and I thought
Listen.
he was a bag of crap too.
Mount was key. Mount was key in that
Would
run.
you boo
Mount
Jorginho?
got them the top four.
No, I wouldn't boo
Mount,
Jorginho.
Mount got them the top four.
You should have
Mount
kept him in all
caused
honesty.
damage in Real Madrid.
I agree.
Mount
You
went
should
to
have.
the Bernabeu, caused havoc. Him and Kante.
Nice.
Run around.
So did the whole
Madrid, Real
team.
Madrid.
The only reason I hear
Okay, and
It's
anyway,
just
listen,
Madrid
listen.
and
This
Real
is a
Madrid.
perfect segue since we're at it with Chelsea. Lewis, you get me? Same way we let Grigsy start. Super chats, I'm gonna get to you guys in a second. I want to let Chelsea talk about Lewis. Sorry, Lewis talk about Chelsea. Guys, we're literally 5 likes away from 500 likes. Let's get there. Everyone hit the like button right now and subscribe. Thank you guys for 28k once again. And the link to all these guys' channels is in the description. I want Lewis, Grigs, Hamza, and Egal all to gain subscribers from the stream. All these guys, you get me, great content creators, my brothers, you get me. Go subscribe to their channels now. Lewis, Chelsea, you get me? Before Hamza does the proper Chelsea stuff, I'm gonna let you speak first. Talk to me about Chelsea, brother.
I'm just glad I can speak first. Thank the Lord. Yeah, I've seen some lows this season. Seen us go to Old Trafford and be the only team that could go there and get bopped off the park for fun. I've seen us bottle numerous leads. Seen us lose 4-2 at home to Wolves. And somehow yet this draw is still the worst one of the lot. Said it about 50 times over the last few days. We couldn't beat a 10-man Burnley. They're in 19th and they didn't have a manager. They didn't have a manager for half the game. They just said, sit back. Don't worry. Don't worry. They ain't going to do a thing. I didn't think we were too bad in the first half, but still not to the level that you'd want to see, especially against Burnley. They were the better in the first 10 minutes, then we grew into the game. We made a couple of chances. One's not really chances that annoyed me, if anything. Like, it was just more like, can we just get a goal? Like, come on, just get an early goal or something. But they were decently taken chances. The worst ones were in the second half. Second half, I don't know what happened to that attack. Jackson, who was cooking in the first half, disappeared. Mudryk, who had good moments, disappeared. Gallagher was crap all game. Big up to Poch for actually hooking him off. I didn't think he would. I thought I'd have to suffer through him for another 90. That guy's our number 10, and he made 5 forward passes the entire match against a team that was in a low block.
Lewis,
His
I want to
most-
say I'm sorry first. I have to stop you. I have to say I'm sorry for doing any Gallagher prop. I apologize to all the Chelsea fans in the chat as well. I'm sorry. I was wrong. Hold my hands up. I'm an honest man. I'm sorry for doing any Gallagher prop. Guy's actually crap. And if Lewis scapegoated him for this game, he would be 100% right. I'm just saying. Gallagher is shit. Go ahead, Lewis. Sorry. I had to
Yep, because a big
apologize.
reason why we couldn't play as forward football as we wanted to is because my 10 was in DM. He was in left wing. He was in right wing. He was anywhere but the centre. Worst player on the pitch, but like it wasn't just him. Gusto Badiashile not good enough in the few individual moments they had to deal with, especially aerially. Petrovic was great until the second goal, and then the ball just went right through his hands. I think Cucurella was probably our best defender out of all of them. Enzo and Caicedo, I genuinely didn't have any issues with their performance. Caicedo only misplaced 3 passes, broke up the play he needed to break up, and whatever. I guess we took him off because we wanted to put another forward in. I didn't understand at the time, but then Sterling got the assist, so it is what it is. Enzo, brilliant passing all match. Could have had 2 assists if Gallagher could actually have a first touch, if Sterling didn't bottle his other chance as well. Palmer, masterclass. Shame we just got ruined by the rest of the team. But yeah, just overall not good enough. Like, I can be annoyed about Pochettino for our inability to break down a low block, our awful set pieces defensively and offensively. Like, our corners are so bad. I didn't think they could have been worse from the last few years, but it was. But the same way, as much as I can be annoyed about him, it's a 19th place Burnley at home, down to 10 men. Do you really need your handheld for this game? I don't think so. You guys got to have a little bit of problem solving about you. That's why the players got to hold it as well. This isn't just, Poch is the only reason why we drew. He is still responsible. Don't even get it twisted. But for some of those forwards, the lack of composure, the end product is just not good enough. Defensively, the lack of focus at times, not good enough. And that needs to improve. And it's annoying that we're 1 game into what should have been 4 wins in a row. And we bottled it in probably the most embarrassing way possible. Like, just awful. Just awful. I got no confidence for any other game coming up. We got Sheffield United at the end of the week. And I'm thinking, we have the opportunity to do something absolutely hilarious to everybody except this fan base and make that game look difficult. Gave away 15 shots to a team in 19th. Like, the mentality needs to improve from these players, and I do believe the manager also plays a part in it. But also, like, you guys are individuals. Like, you should have been able to find a way to get through this. You should have been a bit more composed in the final third, because it shouldn't have even got to a stage where it's 2-1 and we're like calm. No, should have been a game where you up your goal difference, especially 11v11. Like, it's ridiculous. That's why all of them, bar Palmer, Caicedo, probably Enzo, rest of you lot, not good enough over the 90. Not good enough at all. You're on mute, bro.
You're mute.
Hamza,
You're
what do
on
you want to
mute,
say
bro.
about Chelsea?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You go.
Because I know Hamza likes to say about Chelsea. What do you want to say?
Me, the thing is, it's again showing me and Hussam were right, like every single time. And I had first time Lewis is accepting that he's listening to us for the first time, and it's good that Lewis was being stubborn because he didn't want to accept the truth. Now he's starting to realize what we've been telling him for a while. It comes a point where you look at players and you blame players. You said, "Listen, this project was a fraud. It's a fraud." I feel sorry for Lewis. I feel sorry for these Chelsea fans. Like, bro, I spoke to my cousin, wallahi. He said, "I don't watch Chelsea. They're boring." He said, "Chelsea would
Don't
come to
blame
the Etihad, I'll be scared. Chelsea, whenever we play them, we're scared." Everyone used to get rattled. And then you're seeing Burnley, Craig Bellamy, saying, "Hamza, I don't have any coaching badges, but I can manage here. I can come to Stamford Bridge." Can you imagine Burnley with 10 men getting a point against Chelsea. You can't
Yeah,
blame
they
him.
equaled what you did at the bridge.
You can't. 10 men. 10 men.
No, a
10
draw.
men.
You got a
10
draw.
men. No, but 10 men Burnley came there and
They
get a
got the same result as Man City.
It's a disgrace. It's a complete disgrace. They were 2-1 down. It's not the manager's fault for Petrovic to be letting that goal in. Yeah, it's not the manager's fault to
It's
allow
his fault
those
for
kind
the
of
set
shots to be
pieces.
allowed to go in. It's not the manager's fault for nearly whatever is that guy from ex-player from Southampton, nearly scoring a winner. You can't
Another
blame
set
it
piece.
solely on a manager sometimes. And I smelled, someone that smelled it. I said it to you. I smelled it when I saw them against AFC Wimbledon. AFC Wimbledon coming to their ground, and I saw that they needed to scrape a win. But they keep giving us, oh no.
You couldn't
but
break a
look
low
up,
block in that game
Disasi
too.
is crap, but the Sheila is a bad buy. Listen, if I'm Chelsea, there's a lot needs to be done. A lot. But now they're in predicament. This is the first time in history that apparently a lot of their fan base, they're so depressed. They've lost trust even with the owners. With the owners. Yeah. Today you saw that, Lewis, there was a Chelsea space I was listening to. Yeah. And
I heard about that waffle. Someone said they take a 10-point deduction to keep Gallagher.
Wallahi, guess what? These guys, some of them have worked at Chelsea. They made a space. More than 1K people came in. Wallahi, guess what they said? It's like, wallahi. And I thought, have some shame. They said, we're going to bring an Arsenal fan and he's going to give us the view about their club when they were in difficulty and how they feel. Yeah? How they feel like as a football club. You know what he said? Yeah? Someone just sent it to me. Yeah? Wallah, I was laughing. An Arsenal fan telling Chelsea fans, yeah, about how to lower their standards. And that's a kick in the tooth. How dare you? Well, even me, because I respect Chelsea so much, I'm thinking that's a key. How can you do? Chelsea's a huge club, man. It hurts me now. It hurts me because there's sometimes you just get hurt because you're thinking this is one of the heritage of England, English football. This is one of the heritage of English football. I don't want to see Chelsea like this. Yeah, I know for Egal, he feels pain. Yeah, he feels happiness. Oh, I can't wait. Egal, you feel happy. Me, I could connect with Chelsea fans. You know why? Because I went through after I saw what they went through their success, I became that. And I became more successful. And because of their story, I always tell Man City fan the same thing. Don't lower your standards. If you see fraud, get them out. Get them out my football club. For me, the only way that Chelsea can change is, those frauds players that come at Cobham, frauds. Cobham is a heritage. Have some shame. Yeah, you walk into that pitch, you're getting paid 150,000 a week, 400,000 a week. Have some shame, have some self-respect on Chelsea fan. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. You can't keep taking the piss out of Chelsea fans who are going to work every single day and they're coming there to watch you play. And that's what you give. That's what you give as Chelsea players. Have some shame. Have some decorum. This is what I'll be coming if I was Lewis. I would leave the manager out, say, I know it's a problem, but I'll come out for the players. Fraudsters. Right. How dare you?
But the thing is,
this weekend they were very fraudulent.
Against Burnley.
This weekend they were.
And Chelsea fans need to stand up. It's time to say enough is enough. Because the longer you take, the longer that it's going to take for you to come up. I'm telling you now, look how long Arsenal, it took them. They lowered the expectation. Arsene Wenger told them top 4 is a trophy. They accepted it. Yeah. How many years did they accept top 4 as a trophy? They were the ones that were telling us all those years. And they run with that. Guess what? 2 decades. 2 decades. I don't want to see Chelsea fans like that. Have some shame. Just get these players out. They're not good. How many of your players walk into City's team? How many of your players will walk into Arsenal's team? How many of your players would want by Grigs? Grigs, how many Chelsea? You're in the mud. How many Chelsea players would you take?
I'll take both the right backs, Rhys James or Malo Gusto. I take probably Badiashile, maybe. I'd take Caicedo.
How are you saying you're taking Gusto and you voted for Dallo in team of the season?
I can't have two good right backs. I can't ask for good
There
right
you
backs.
are, so you're gonna bench one of them.
Dallo
Let
can
me
play
And
left
we
back.
got
just-
bench one of
Dallo
ours
can,
when James.
Dallo,
Guys,
did it.
Dallo
before-
can play left back. It's fine.
Before we
Anyway,
get off track,
Nico Jackson.
before
And
we
Cole
get
Palmer,
off track,
obviously.
let me
You
just say
take
this.
Nicholas
Lewis,
Jackson? Oh my lord.
Lewis, before
There's a
A-list
player in there.
started,
There's a player in there.
before A-list started, we did the preseason and we were talking about Chelsea. I specifically told you inconsistency will come with a young team. I specifically pointed out your defense. And I said your defense this season will be bad. And you looked at me and you laughed. You started speaking about last year's defense and you started talking about these players being better. Of course, no one said Fofana was going to be injured the entire season. Of course, no one thought Badiashile would be looking to be sold after 5 months. But really and truly,
Fabrizio said that's not happening.
okay, so maybe it's not true. But long story short, your defense has dropped off. Your attack has never been that good. And your midfield's supposed to be your
Better than last
strength.
season.
But your midfield's supposed to be your strength, and it's not even that good. So really and truly, I ask you one more time, what are you guys good at? And do you now see what we were saying in the summer, or specifically what I was saying in the summer, when I was pointing out the fact that a young team doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have progress right away. This team is built for a couple years from now. And you're maybe overrating a bunch of these players too much.
And Egal, they used to bench this every year. Chelsea, yeah? They used to bench this. But now,
Why do
You're
you get
basically-
props from?
this is what you're benching, little soap. And this is what you're doing. Get out here, man. You're selling us dreams, fake dreams. What are you doing? Just answer the question.
Wallahi,
Your
Hamza
football
comes
players
with
are just
props.
not good enough, bro.
Nah, Lewis, come back to the question, though.
What? So yeah, pre-season, I do think we all drank the Kool-Aid. I'll say that first and
So
foremost.
you apologize for
Wait,
saying
but-
the defense.
The defense, though, I've said a couple times as well. I do think the way the manager has set us up, especially for set pieces, played a big part in it too. And we were a lot better structurally in terms of our defense when Tuchel was in charge and when Potter was in charge. That's why
Why
I
is
believed
that?
it was going to continue.
Why is that? Because the players were better.
Well, Koulibaly, who we signed, was probably our worst centre back. None of the left backs were good. It was more just Thiago Silva, and he's declined this season. And Fofana when he was fit. And to be honest, Badiashile. All of them were good, and Badiashile's still here and he's dropped off. But he was brilliant last season. That's why I'm not saying that guy's overrated or anything. I know what I saw last season with him. I believe with a better coach, I'm going to see a better Badiashile. But the defense has dropped off below what I thought it would do. I'll say that. But it's a point to the individuals. I'm not going to completely take responsibility away from them. They have made mistakes. But the structure also plays a part too, which is why I can't say it's all on them. I can't do that.
You want to know why? You want to know why I feel like it's on the players? I see a bunch of individuals, and that's because when they play, they almost play like it's my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn. You take a shot now, I'm gonna take a shot, and then it's almost like they're not playing as a team, they're not playing as a unit, they're not making simple passes, and at this point,
It's because we don't have any attacking structure. They all make it up as they go along.
But at this point, it's not coaching. It's as if they have internal bets amongst each other who's going to score, and they're not trying to help the other person score. Even
I have thought about Sterling trying to get his goal bonus every time he goes for a one-on-one.
get what I'm saying?
Is Lukaku better than
I
Jackson?
see Conor Gallagher.
Lukaku's a better
missed.
finisher.
Conor
Then
Gallagher
Jackson.
had 3 opportunities.
Is
They had
Mason
3
Mount
opportunities.
better than Enzo? Is Mason
They had 3
Mount
opportunities.
better
No,
than
he's
that
not.
time
No,
than
he's
Enzo?
not. No, he's not. Let's not even do
Mason
that.
Mount 2 years ago was not better than Enzo.
Mason Mount 2 years ago was better.
Than
Actually,
Enzo.
2 years ago. What year was that? 2022. Mid-off.
Hold it. So
If you
you
said
can't really
2021, I'd agree. But you said
You can't really
2022.
compare the two
Mid-off.
players. You can't really
okay,
compare the two
Havertz and
players.
Mudryk. Havertz and Mudryk.
Mid-off. Actually, no, Mudryk. At least he play makes a little
There you
bit for
are.
me.
See,
Nah,
they-
that's
Havertz at
Havertz
Chelsea
is
was
better.
crap.
Nah, Havertz is
Well,
better.
you ain't gonna gaslight me on
But
that.
I'm telling you now, you've lost the better player. At least
To be
Mason
fair,
Mount was
they
a good
replaced
player.
Mount with a better player. Cole Palmer.
Mason Mount was a better player, way better player. He gave the heart out. Mason Mount gave the heart and love for Chelsea, but the owners
Yet again, we talk about
utilised
Mount
him
and we
for
don't
that
mention
contract,
anything on the
gave
ball.
him a long contract, like exactly what Arsenal did to Ashley Cole. They lost the talent,
And he was also
homegrown
playing
is
the
key.
worst football
You
of his
need to
career
get a
while
guy
asking
who's
for that
grown up at
contract.
Chelsea, bleeds Chelsea, feels your pain, Lewis. No one now in Chelsea
my
feels your pain. Trust me,
goodness.
a lot of players don't feel the pain you have. I'm telling you now.
Bro,
A lot
you
of these
need to
players don't
stop listening to Minerals FC, bruv.
care.
I swear
No,
on my life.
no, I'm telling you, Lewis. Honestly, that's my opinion. Honestly, that's my opinion.
I don't care. The guy was playing the worst football for his career for us and trying to demand over 200k a week. Get in the bin.
But hold on, how much is Saka getting?
That was disappearing from games for 60 minutes.
How much is Foden getting? Homegrown players deserve. That's what they're given. Ask Sam. Sam, do you have an English?
Yeah, we
business
gave
school?
Reece James that amount because he was actually a good player when he played.
But then if I'm Mason Mount, how much did you offer him? 80?
The max we offered him was I think 200k for a year.
And how much
What?
did you offer Reece James?
Reece James got 250.
I'll be jealous if I was him. And
Well, he weren't playing to Reece James's level. So
you've lost.
if you want Reece James money, you play to the level Reece James was playing at when he was fit.
I think you lost heritage. You lost homegrown talent who grew up.
Oh
Chelsea.
yes, because Manchester United fans really sound like they got one over on us with Mason Mount.
Oh, you'll see in 2 years' time. I bet 2-3 years' time.
Sure.
We'll be talking about it because this is why I'll never lose Foden. I'll never lose Foden. I'd offer
I don't know why you're
Foden to
comparing.
Foden.
I don't know why you're comparing Mason Mount to Phil Foden.
At one point, they were comparing.
All right, at one
Mason
point,
Mount
there's
was
a
better
lot of.
than
At
Foden
one
at
point, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Trent got compared. Don't mean that Aaron Wan-Bissaka was
Mason
ever
Mount
better
was
than
playing at
Trent.
top level. Mason Mount got them top 4. Mason Mount then went and played at top level.
What? It was all Mason
Against
Mount.
Atletico
It
Madrid,
wasn't
Real
Olivier
Madrid,
Giroud. It
against
wasn't
Manchester City
Jorginho. It wasn't
in the
Kovacic. It
Championship
wasn't
final.
Pulisic.
They
What are
believe
we
it.
talking about?
No, I'm
Mason
saying
Mount got us top 4. What is this crap?
his free kick got you the top 4. Didn't you remember?
And Giroud and Pulisic's goals in the run-in didn't do that as well.
But you were not going to
Jorginho
finish
and
top 4.
Kovacic in the
That free
midfield
kick
didn't
was
do
the
that
one
as
that-
well.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
I just think that you should have respect. Listen, there's
Yeah,
certain
you watch
things in
Premier
life-
League years, you saw Mason Mount score the last goal for us and think, oh, yeah, he got us top 4. No. It's a team sport. It's not individualistic.
I think Chelsea, there's a lot of issues going on. Sacking the manager is not the only issue, Luis. And I'm glad you said it on your stream.
Okay, yeah, we can agree on that. But that's not what you were saying before. You just went on some Mount rant.
No, Mount, to me, I believe you should have kept
No,
him.
but
I
can-
believe
can-
that's
can
what
Well,
we
I
I'm
be honest?
glad we didn't.
Let's not.
He wouldn't have
let's not
changed
act
a
like-
damn thing
let's
with
not
where
act
we
like
are
Hamza
right
was
now.
on the Chelsea or mess train. At the beginning of the season, he was saying Chelsea are going to be back this season.
Yeah,
That
you've been
is
on
true.
too many of them spaces, that's all. Is what it is.
That is true, to be fair. Okay.
Hamza-
Anyway, let me read these super chats before we get out of here because I don't want to keep the guys for any
All right,
longer.
right.
Woo, this was one hell of a stream, you guys. Big up to my guy James Bond who says Hamza tell. Yo, this is a mad comment, James Bond. I don't even
That's
think I
a
can read this
crazy
out.
slander name.
That's crazy.
Like I actually fully cannot read this. Like this is actually a mad comment.
I don't
James.
understand. I don't
Bro.
understand.
You don't. It's okay.
No need to
Funny.
explain. You get me, so you don't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
cancelled. Lewis, sorry about your club, but love it. It brings the humor out in you.
At least I'm entertaining, even though it's just everyone laughing at my misery.
I don't
A
think
big
it's
up.
people.
I'm glad everyone enjoys it.
You know what's sad about this super chat? I don't think it's people laughing with Lewis. They're laughing at Lewis. That's the sad
Yeah.
fucking. That's the sad
I know
part.
because I was a villain when we were on top, so I get it, man. The game is the game. We will rise. Sooner or later, we will
No,
rise,
but
and I will
Lewis,
rise
what's
with a
this?
vengeance. So enjoy
They're
it
doing the
now.
whole-
Enjoy it now.
1 second, yo, Lewis. You know what's funny? They're doing like the whole like, yo, we love Lewis, and we're laughing at the stuff he's saying. Loki, they're laughing at you at like club more than anything. To be honest with you, that's the fucked up part. Like, I'm just like, yo, this is messed up. This is actually messed up.
So much
Big
better
up
being
to
the
you.
villain, man.
Yeah, big up to you guys, man. Big up to my guy MP. Shout out to you, MP. Who says Bowley is the problem? He bought everything just to buy hoping. Oh, just to buy hoping it will kill the competition. Poch come when the squad was already broken, trying to fix it.
No, Poch was announced in like May, before we even did the whole clear out, and I think he was in talks to the directors before that, so no. But I do agree with Igbali, Winstanley, and Stewart being the problem. But again, Bowley's he's a minor investor in it. It's clear
what
late
do
that you
you
need
think
to be
about
looking
the
at.
owner carousel?
The what?
The owner carousel.
Well, with Igbali being the chairman in 2027, we already knew that was happening. That's not anything shocking. It's just the media rose every story they could about us during the international break because there was nothing to talk about.
What's
I
the
like
what's this whole? I don't get why do we skip past Bowley again? Can you explain it again, Lewis? Sorry.
Bowley's a minor investor. The majority owner is Clearlake and Igbali, so it's Igbali and Feliciano.
Oh, so it's not actually what's his name? It's not Bowley.
Bowley's
making
more
the-
like just the
they
face. He's the
basically
face.
take up
It's
the
really
position
Igbali
every
that runs the
couple years.
shots.
Yeah, he's from Hollywood and all that kind of stuff. So they made him like
Now,
the
he's still got an investment. He's got a stake in Chelsea, but the majority is Clearlake and Igbali.
Okay, fair enough. Big up to MP who says I rather listen to Hamza shouting free Palestine the whole show. You get me? We support that around here. Than his football analysis. No disrespect to Palestine. Big up to you, my guy. You get me? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. This Hamza guy is fraudulent. We all know it, but that's exactly why we love him. Anyway, guys, we have just set up the first stream on MHF. You get me? We are about to redirect you to the premiere, where we are going to be discussing exactly our plans and ideas on MHF and what we're going to be doing. So stay on the stream because it's going to redirect you to the premiere of MHF, where myself and the new partner, Footy Judge Mo, are going to be talking about what's going to happen on the new channel, all the ideas, all the good stuff. So stay here. Don't go anywhere. You get me? I don't want you to do anything. I don't want you to press any buttons other than liking and subscribing to this channel. And where we're going to take you, we're going to be redirecting you now. Shout out to James Bond. Shout out to Belgium. Shout out to Lily, Fatur, Daniel, Mr. Khan, Denishan, Aboud, Sal, Will, Smoke, Sam's Die Hard Fan Selection, Vinny, Joseph, JL Zone, MP, Nick, Ed, Jerome, JW, Uga Buga, Frankie, Jack, and Manny for the super chats. Big up to every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for all the love. For all the love that you guys have shown us. I appreciate you guys so much. Guys, despite Hamza being very unprofessional and switching off his camera at the end, Hamza Talks Ball is in the description. He came here, you get me, he's on a space already, but he's a fraud. Grigs Talks is in the description. Carefree Lewis is in the description, and Egal Talks Football is in the description as well. Go subscribe to all these great guys' channels, myself and most channels also in the description. Like this video, subscribe. I'm going to be back inshallah tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. UK time alongside Tom Little before we do the Spurs game. Oh my god, why are you doing the Spurs game? What are the other options? Do you want me to just sit here and do nothing? This is what we have to do.
Wait, who do you play midweek?
Sheffield.
You play Thursday, innit?
Oh, you play Sheffield. Yeah. Fair enough.
You play
Yeah,
Sheffield.
do me a favor.
Anyway,
Soften them
Habibis,
up
don't go
for us,
anywhere.
please.
We
Thank you.
listen. You have to do me a favor and soften them up as well. That's what I want to get.
That's gonna
Hey,
be the worst
we'll
game ever.
try,
That's gonna
innit?
be that's the
We'll
worst
try.
game ever.
Yeah, listen, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Anyway, listen, we're gonna redirect you now to the premiere. Love all these guys. Subscribe to our channels, like this video, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the comment section of that stream. Bye bye.
Watch out.